Yes. Hello, good morning. Happy April. It is already April today. Can you believe it? Welcome to Crafters TV, brought to you by Crafters Companion. Yes, my name's George Akid. It's great to be back. I've been off for a week. I didn't know. Oh, look at this brand new place. It's a great Friday, a great day of live shows coming up for you throughout the day here on Crafters TV. Kicking off with your wake-up call and Craft Chat Crate a little bit later on. Joining me for the next couple of hours are two of my favourite people in the whole wide world. Starting off with everyone's favourite Scottish man. It is, of course, the wonderful Craig. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning. You doing okay?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing very well. I am beyond excited because not only is it Friday, as I say, back with you, I've been with you for a wee while. Friday means I'm back with you as well. However, later on, I have got the most incredible launch day coming up. So much so that I'm telling you right now, what I would like you to do, go across onto my Facebook page, Craig Laird CC, and I've pinned the post to the top of my Facebook page. If you've got any pictures, yes, just by the way, this is not a prank, any pictures of your cats, your dogs, any pets, it could be, you've been to the zoo, if you've taken the picture of any animal and it looks as though they've got a bit of attitude or it's just, you know, a little bit mischief or just, you know, looking grumpy, pop the pictures up in the comments underneath with their name. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 5 later on in the day. We'll show those 5 live on air during launch day tonight, nighttime here in the UK. I'll pick my favourite one and I'll send a little giveaway to my favourite one as well. I just think this works perfect with the animals of attitude. So that's across on my Facebook page, Craig Laird CC. So let's get involved, let's have some fun. And while you're there, check them out because some of the photos that you guys have been posting are hilarious.
Really?
Absolutely.
Hilarious.
And that wasn't enough. We've also going to be joined by the wonderful Becky Swan, who is ready with some brand new products. Your Majesty.
Yeah, I put the crown on today because we've got a lot of Jubilee fabric this time. So I thought, you know, why not embrace it? You know, just sort of wander around. I wanted a cloak, but I couldn't fit it in my suitcase.
Well, there you are. I just love it. Not even joking either. I want to say she's joking. She's not. Becky's going to join us throughout the day. Loads of great stuff. Like Craig said about Facebook, loads of great stuff happening on Facebook. A brand new machine on Facebook, just saying. Something that is coming up for you on Monday. Not a joke. Brand new show times. You've asked and we've listened. So starting from Monday, the 4th of April, Wake Up Call is going to be starting an hour later. 11 a.m. here in the UK, 6 a.m. East Coast, 3 a.m. Pacific time. That's going to be 2 hours for you, 2 hours of great crafting every single morning. They're the brand new show times for you there. They are going to give you a great sneaky peeks of great shows coming up on the Crafters TV. There is for your times, 11 a.m. in the UK, 6 a.m. East Coast, 3 a.m. Pacific time. Everything else is going to be staying the same times. 2 p.m. for the second show here in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. Pacific time, and then wrapping up your day again at the same time, 6 p.m. UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, and 10 a.m. Pacific time. That's Monday to Friday, and the weekend is staying exactly the same. But you've asked, and we've listened. That gives you more time to get yourself ready, grab yourself an extra cuppa, and get your breakfast ready every single morning on Wake Up Call here on Crafters TV. Also, not a joke as well at the minute, bonus points. Yes, yes, yes. Spend over £25, $25, you're going to get yourself an extra 100 bonus points on Club Inspire until the 3rd of April. There it goes to the bottom of your screen. You're going to be able to get yourself some great bonus points, perfect to get your way through those ranks. There you are, receiving yourself 100 bonus points on all orders, £25 or $25. Loads of you getting in touch this morning as well. The wonderful Grace is on the socials this morning. Rhiannon saying good morning from Australia. Marsha, good morning on this beautiful Friday. Carletta, hello everyone. Shaida, good morning. Craig from a blinking cold Ottawa, Canada. Denise, good morning from Trinidad. I bet it's not cold in Trinidad. Timothy, good morning everyone. Moira saying hello from New York. Hayley saying good morning. And Victoria saying, I love the crown, Becky.
Me too. I want to wear this all the time.
You should.
You should.
Yeah,
Don't take it off.
No, I think this is just going to be me. On the bus, no, this is going to be me.
Becky Swan, everybody.
Supermarket, all those sorts of things.
Not M&S though. No, not Waitrose. Yeah. Buy any caviar, absolutely. Right. Not in M&S though. So, loads of great stuff coming up for you. Craft Chat and Create coming your way in a couple of hours, in an hour here on Crafters TV. We're starting off with these. I mean, I love these. Our Slimline cut and emboss folder, 9-piece collection. So much love for these. These are always so popular when they are here today. Great price for you, these. On the 8 different designs, 7 different designs, should I say. £80.94, $91.53, a 40% saving for you today. And remember, you can get your clear pay options on this at 4 instalments of £20.24. And if you were to purchase that today, you would receive those bonus 100 points because it's over £25, $25. A great collection, which again, Craig, we absolutely love these, don't we, when we see them?
We do indeed. Can I just quickly mention one thing, like the elephant in the room at the side of you? You might see some gorgeous fabric here.
Beautiful fabric.
Becky's got coming up later on. Brand new machine launch. What I want to do, reveal maybe later on in the day, but go across onto social media, go across onto our YouTube, or you're watching.
You are watching.
Go across onto our Facebook, go across on our Instagram, see the picture where Leanne reveals the said machine. Go across, have a look, let us know what you think across there, get the comments.
So good.
I'm going to be checking them out as well. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want to... Ooh, and I'm telling you, I'm beyond excited. I'm going to be teasing you over the next 3 hours, that's for sure.
So good. Right, let's take a close look at these, our wonderful cut and embossing folders. So, Craig, when we say cutting and embossing folders, these are a folder which, Craig, have everything combined, the cutting and the embossing, isn't it? Starting off here with your butterfly delight. So you're going to get in there the embossing and the dies.
Well, we are indeed. Yeah, one pass through, does the emboss, does the cut. You can ink, you can stencil if you want, you can fussy cut bits out if you want. Loads that you can do, but the clear thing about this one pass through and that's your card done.
Absolutely. That's your beautiful butterfly delight. You've got the flourishing flowers.
You do indeed.
Spring bloom.
Yeah, beautiful.
I've just knocked the pack shot. I'm getting so much trouble. The interlocking circles. This is my absolute favourite.
So fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Play on the eyes, but really, really good.
Entwined hearts.
You have indeed.
You've also got the interlocking squares.
Really good one for shapers.
Oh yeah, square chevrons. I mean, that's good for your wonderful shakers or your mini dies.
Your mini dies, absolutely. So if you've got your tiny little mini ones, you might find you're going to have something else to cut them with very, very shortly. But yeah, just have them just peeping out, these little apertures.
Happy hearts.
Yes.
And pretty polka dots. A great collection and a great price, £80.94, $91.53. But Craig, you've got some great examples there.
We do indeed. Going to be inking them up, putting your vellum at the back, acetate at the back, creating really cool, funky shakers. But going in with your alphabets, maybe your little sentiments, you can go in, ink the edges. The black hearts, they've actually just been coloured in. They're embossed, coloured in with your classic pens.
I like that.
Another one here with the pinks, but layering pattern paper at the back. This is what I mean by running the embossing folder through a couple of times and then fussy cutting out the flowers and layering them up over the top. Another one here with your love hearts here as a shaker, but then don't forget they're really, really good for Christmas time, and so much so that one of my demos, because I'm going to be doing 2 demos with the Slimline cut and emboss folders throughout Craft Chat and Create. One is non-Christmas and one is Christmas, even though we're in April.
It's April, Craig. They work for Christmas cards, I don't know.
You say that, but your crafters at home like us are going to be starting on your Christmas cards at least from May, definitely from June time, if not earlier.
Absolutely. A brilliant price for these today. Remember, at £80.94, $91.53. 9 great card designs for you there. And that wonderful clear pay option as well at £20, $24. So much coming up for you today. I love it. Today, if anything just goes wrong a little bit, we just go, April Fools. It's April Fools. It's absolutely fine. I've got a great deal for you on your morning must-have. This price is not an April Fools. No. On your morning must-have, £19.98, $29.90. You are paying for the brayer and the mat. Everything else is getting for free. So you're paying for the crafting mat, you're paying for the brayer, everything else is getting absolutely free. £19.98, $29.90. A great saving, Craig, isn't it?
Do you know something? I feel like I'm saying this every single day, and I'm going to say it again. So you're saying that you're paying for them
That's
both.
what you're paying for.
You're getting these for free. Now, these, George, these 2 here, we at least sell, no problem at all, full price on our website every single day. You know, and we do sell quite a few of these as well. There is no reason for us to be giving these away for free And the fact is these are core items that you are using on a daily basis and we're giving you them for free. That is just absolutely phenomenal. You've got your rectangle blending brush. They do call it square, but it technically is rectangle. Yep. You get your 2 refills in there, plus you're getting a pack of 10 refills as well. And then when it comes to your little sponge eggs, these are a nice option to use instead of the blending tools. It's nice because it's a lot more smoother as it's rounded, but you have a little point to it as well if you want to use it that way. But the fact that you're getting all 3 of these for free, and as I say, these 2 specifically anyway, we sell day in, day out on our website, full price.
That's your morning must-have. You've only got 24 hours to grab that deal, and what a deal to get. At £19.98, $29.90. Look at your Club Inspire price as well, at £15.98, $23.92. You even get your Club Inspire discount on top of that great saving already. Something else that we're going to be showing you a little bit later on in Craft Chat and Create as well are the Lee Holland wonderful cute character stamps and dies. These are incredible. When it comes to stamps, Lee Holland is always ahead of the game. At £54.90, $72.90, a 45% saving for you today on this. And remember that great Club Inspire price as well at £43.92, $58.32. Some great characters, some great and what's the stories within that's what you get with the Lee Holland collections.
Absolutely.
You get a picture, you get so much fun and creativity with it.
You know, actually, I know unfortunately you weren't here the other day, but if you were here and you were watching Dawn Bibby and our Gonk collection, she was on about building scenes, building a story. That's the sort of thing you're going to be doing with these.
You really are. Let's take a closer look at the wonderful collection that you're getting. Starting off with the Flower Boutique. Now, I'm going to do a little spin round. Hopefully, you can see the great stamps that you are getting on the Flower Boutique. A brilliant stamp, which is perfect to add on there, your backgrounds, whatever you may wish. Then you've got also the Village Church. You've also got the tree house. I mean, there's just so much fun in this. Garden party invitations, whatever you may be doing. The Woodland Trail. Then you've got the birthday wishes. Now, again, with the birthday wishes, you're not just getting that wonderful scene. You're getting the dies and the stamps as well to correspond with them great backgrounds. So you get your background stamps, and then you're going to get these stamps where you can build those stories. So you're starting off there with your birthday wishes.
Dies as well.
And the dies, yeah, absolutely. And your special day. Family time. And last but not least, Spring Has Sprung. Using all those collections together with those large background stamps and those wonderful character stamps and dies, you're going to be able to create some amazing things, aren't you, Craig?
You really, really are. So we're saying it's about building that story, it's building the scene. So you're going to stamp and you're going to colour the background. Now, each background complements or coordinates with the characters, but you could be mixing and matching the characters throughout the different scenes if you want to. So as I say, you're going to stamp and colour the backgrounds, then you're going to be building and creating your story using the little characters. So you've got the little married with the little mices there, you've got some of the foxes that you've got rabbits, you've got so many more that you can be getting creative with. Maybe you only want to use the actual scenes, you can do. Maybe you only want to use the characters, you can do. Think of the characters where you could be using them in your twirling characters if you want, maybe your penny sliders if you want. There's so much depth that you can create by going in with your concept cards or even just layering them up on the foam pads as well. Size of the dice as well, these will go through perfectly when it comes to your Gemini Mini and of course your Gemini Go. However, if you are in the market for another brand new machine, what I would do is say, check out the Facebook page, go across to Crafters Companion Facebook page, and of course the Instagram page as well. Some of these teeny dies might work with something else. That's all that I'm saying. Anyway, what else have we got coming up today, George?
Well, as always, Friday, Your Majesty, Friday is always Soft Design Life, which means we've got 3 hours a day of your wonderful softing, crafting. It is incredible. Now, Becky Swan, with your wonderful crown, how royal are you feeling today?
Very royal.
Very royal?
Very royal, yeah.
Absolutely, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
We've got some great stuff coming up in Soft Design today.
We've got some beautiful fabrics, we've got some really good deals on those. These are kind of Jubilee fabrics, but we've also got some other sort of templates to show you. We've got the storage templates here. So we've got the storage caddy. We've also got the sewing workstation, and we've got the sewing organizer.
Yeah.
So really fantastic for you to sort of get started on making these as gifts, but giving them away as a whole template. And pop some of that lovely Jubilee fabric into your basket.
Absolutely.
And you can make them with those.
A great collection, 50% off on that today, £24.98, $29.40. Loads of you getting involved today, which is brilliant. Linda Ryan from Dudley, good morning to you. Sharon saying good morning, George, Craig, and Becky in the CTV team. Marlene from St. Petersburg in Florida. Theresa saying good morning from Ohio. Shaida saying you look beautiful in the crown, Becky.
Oh, thank you.
I would wear it.
Yeah. I'm always a lot more nervous about wearing it on the train. I don't want to draw attention to myself.
No, you'd hate that, wouldn't you?
No, definitely not.
Absolutely. Great collection. Great fabrics as well. I mean, I saw you this morning and I went, I want it. I want it now. Unfortunately, I think I may miss out on this because I know it's flying off the shelves already today. Digital print fabric first. When we say digital print, what do we mean by that?
So this hasn't been woven. This is literally almost like a screen printed but done by digitally. So you've got this. It's not going to run. This is a whole sort of pattern that's been printed on there. So we've done them before for Easter with like an Easter bag that you can do. But this is actually bunting. So you can cut all these up and then sew them all together and use them to make bunting. And so I'm going to show you how to do that later on today. But this is really good quality. This is always the good quality cotton that we have on the shows. It's going to wash really well. So you're going to be able to use this in the future if you're going to be having a garden party. Absolutely.
Perfect for the Jubilee coming. I mean, it's designed for the Jubilee. Not saying it's perfect for the Jubilee, designed especially for the Jubilee. But it's going to be great. £9.99, $14.49. I mean, what a great price as well. If you are not the most experienced soft crafter, but got a sewing machine, got some idea, what a great place to start.
Yeah, and I'm going to show you, it's so easy to cut out and put together. It takes no time at all to put this together, and you can make it look really beautiful. And I always think that bunting is something that you can use again and again. You could mix this up, put this all together, but you could have this for, especially where you've got the crowns and we've got a little carriage on the far end. You know, you could almost use this for a kid's birthday party, couldn't you? Like a princess birthday party, you know, that kind of thing. So lots of options for you to use, not just for the Jubilee.
Brilliant price. Not currently available on the website, but Erin, I can hear as we speak, is working very hard to get it on the website. Promise you, it's going to be on there very, very shortly. If you are going to be going for the screen print, I mean, some great fabrics as well today, coming out for you, brand new. Some great collections. I mean, these really are that. When people say they're very Britishness, I think when Erin looks at this, she goes, yeah, this is how Britain is. Since moving here from the States, this is Britain summed up in a fabric.
We have afternoon tea every afternoon here, don't we?
We do.
Yeah, teas and cake. I'm just saying that in hope that someone is listening to me, and we do get tea and cake and scones. That'd be lovely.
Of course.
But this is just beautiful. I love this fabric. So you've got your little cups of tea, you've got your cakes on a stand, you've got your Union flags, because it's not a Union Jack, is it? Is that not?
I just knew I know that. Flags are my, like, if in a quiz, flags are my thing, that's what I go for. But, yeah, it's called, it's got a name, hasn't it? Someone studies flags. A choreographer. Not choreographer, vexology. Vexologist is a person who likes flags, studies flags. But yeah, it's not called the Union Jack unless it's on a boat or on water.
Yeah. So it's called the Union flag. So that's often something that you miss here. But yeah, see, we know the same information. No, we're really good on a pub quiz. So really beautiful, this one. And you've got a little bit of sort of silver on here. Again, really good quality. And I'm going to be making something, a kind of vintage something later on using this fabric.
Okay, perfect. That's your Jubilee teacups, silver metallic, £7.49, $10.99. Remember, all the prices per half metre. This, I blinking love it.
Look at that. You're going to get so much use out of that. Yeah. That's just so beautiful. And those are the really iconic, they're not your everyday crowns, they're proper kind of royal crowns, aren't they? Everyday crowns. You know what I mean?
Everyday crowns.
You know, they're not just a crown, they are the actual, you know, proper Queen's crown. So beautiful things there. In this metallic gold colour as well, so they're going to be something that really sort of pops out, but I think that would make a lovely dress.
Not your everyday crown.
You know what I mean?
I'll just get the bread, the caviar and that crown off aisle 3, please. £7.49, $10.99. I mean, it looks really elegant in the cream, but my goodness, on the blue, how royal and how it just looks I love that.
Yeah, really regal, isn't it? And having a little pocket square made out of this, a little tie maybe for somebody if you're going to a party.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Idea.
So all sorts of different options for you. And once again, because it's all this beautiful cotton, it almost feels silky. It's a really got a lovely sheen to it, and you can probably see that on the screen there. So beautiful fabric again.
Brilliant price. Victoria just saying, I love it. I just finished making the Lewis and Irene Easter bags and stuffies. Great idea. I love those. Now we're going to the Union. Well, they are called Union Jacks on cream, but as we've learnt this morning, actually they're Union flags on cream, but it is Union Jacks on cream.
I think lots of people call it a Union Jack, don't they?
Yeah.
You know, that is what everyone sort of knows it as. But yeah, you know, I couldn't be more patriotic, really, having this particular one. And I think I can see somebody wearing this as a waistcoat.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I think, no, I'm thinking already about the Jubilee and what I'm going to do for a Jubilee party. And so this I think is perfect. You know, you've got so many different options of really sort of going to town, making some beautiful things to celebrate. Yeah,
you also got the Union Jack on light blue. Talking of parties, you're going to a party this weekend, aren't you?
I am.
To celebrate the boat race here in the UK.
Boat race, yeah. So there's the boat race which happens every year between Oxford and Cambridge, and there is I'm going to a party.
Now I'd like to point out that happens for not doesn't happen for the rest of the 99.9% of the population. Will there be caviar at this party?
I don't know.
There's caviar, isn't there? Oh, you're so... Me and you move in completely different circles, but I love it. £6.99, $10.49 for your wonderful Union Jacks on the light blue. Then you've got the Union Jack hearts. Now, Union Jack is one of my favourite fabrics to work, because obviously in panto, it's a very British thing, but we always go for Union Jacks because it's always a great material. And what you always find with Union Jack material is it is just Union Jack. It's not a design as such. This is perfect. It's that subtleness not in your face.
It is, you know, and far away it just looks like a pretty pattern, doesn't it? And then when you look closer, you see, you know, you've got these Union flags all over it. Really, really pretty. It's almost, you know, a kind of, I would think it's almost like a Liberty print, you know, from far away. It's got that kind of look to it. But I quite like that little heart shape.
Yeah, with the what flag?
Union flag.
Yeah, absolutely. Maggie Fielding, the navy with crowns makes a lovely gents waistcoat. Absolutely, great idea. Now, you saw the tea fabric and how British this was. I mean, if you wanted to play, you could take this into central London and play bingo with this, because this is what it is. This is so good, isn't it? It is.
I mean, it's got all those iconic images that you sort of associate with London. You've got the beefeaters, you've got the double-decker buses. So the beefeaters are these gentlemen here who sort of patrol around at the Tower of London.
Tower of London. Yep. Why are they called beefeaters? Now that I don't know. Do you know?
I've got no idea.
Mate, I know if you've ever had beefeater gin, that's what they're named after.
Yeah. The
beefeater gin is named after the beefeaters.
No idea. So we've got our normal soldiers with their busbies on.
What they call?
That's what the hat's called. The big bearskin hat. It's called a busby, isn't it?
No way, really?
I don't know.
The beefeaters apparently are called beefeaters because they could eat as much beef from the king's table back in the day.
Oh.
Henry VII.
Well,
that was it.
Who would know?
What are these guards? They're called the Royal Guards, aren't they?
Yeah, so they're the ones with the big sort of bearskin.
Yeah, that's if you ever see the change of the guards at Buckingham Palace, which is, that's Tower of London.
That's Tower of London, yes. Yeah. And then we've got Big Ben.
Big Ben. Did you know that actually Big Ben is the name of the bell inside?
Not the tower.
Not the tower.
Yeah.
It's the name of the bell, Big Ben.
So what's the tower called?
I just think it's called the tower. It's Small Ben. No, it's called. it's just called like the Freedom's Tower or something like. It's just got a name of. It's just called something Tower. It's not as elegant. Yeah.
Yeah. See, we'd
the Elizabeth Tower. Thank you. That's it.
We would be brilliant at a pub quiz.
Yeah.
And then you've also got the. You've got your double-decker bus, but you've also got your carriage. So this is a coronation carriage, I believe, which I think they used at. Did they use at one of the weddings?
I think it was on William and Kate's.
Yeah, so beautiful. So yeah, absolutely, the most iconic images you can possibly imagine if you want something that really sort of screams out London.
And what you can't see, I don't think you can see on the cameras, is the white like roads behind it, which remind me of the tube map. The only thing that's missing off there, which symbolises London, pigeons.
We do have a lot of pigeons.
We have a lot of pigeons. £7.49, $10.99 per price a half metre. We should do pigeon fabric. Guys, all the fabric is now alive. It's now online. Head to the website, shop the show. Hayley Ralph is saying, I'm absolutely not a soft crafter. I've not even tried it. However, somebody has donated me a lovely sewing machine. I'm thinking I'm going to attempt to make some lovely small cushions for my garden chairs for our Jubilee Street Party. Any tips for this type of thing later in the show?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. I'm going to be making a cushion later.
Stick around for that at 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. Pacific. Also, some great things if you are going to be making cushions, or maybe these are going to be brilliant. It's time for...
Build a block of the week.
There it is. These are the expansion packs for you. £22.49, $33.71. Saving yourself 25% on this today on a great collection. Let's start off with squares for you first. So why would we use our builder blocks?
Because you can cut multiple layers of fabric really, really quickly without having to worry that you've not got them exactly perfect if you're going to be cutting them by hand. So it just makes everything quicker, more accurate, and you can really get to town on sort of putting everything together. So, I mean, putting the cushion I'm going to be making later on, it probably took me 30 seconds to cut all the fabric I needed, something like that, maybe a minute. So you can see that you can suddenly get to make something really, really quick. So you've got 2, 4, 5 different shapes, or 5 different sizes of the squares in there. Then we've got, the next one would be the half squares. Let me just check I've got the right one now.
Yeah, no, that's the half. Yeah, that is the half square.
Yes. So the half square triangles, so once again, works in exactly the same way, but it just makes everything a lot quicker for you because you don't have to worry about getting the angles completely right because you're going to be cutting with a rotary cutter. You're just going to pop these with your fabric through your die cutting machine. You can cut up to 8 layers of fabric, but actually I did 10 earlier today. So it's pretty good using the normal sort of craft cotton. Obviously you're going to be using some kind of thicker fabric. It will take a little bit longer for it to go through. Again,
a 25% saving on that today, £22.49, $33.71. Last but not least, you've got the quarter square triangles for you as well at that great price of 25% off. Split into your clear pay options. You've got the triangles as well.
Yep, absolutely. And then these will all mix and match together.
Okay.
So putting these together and having those different triangles and squares, you can make something really beautiful. And later on, we'll have a look and see what samples I've got and see if I can find a sample that uses all of these different shapes for you.
Absolutely brilliant. Loads of great stuff coming up in Soft Side of Life. Also, the wonderful cutting tools for you as well on Soft Side of Life today. It's always great for you. So we love the rotary tool, don't we? Because it is such a great collection for you. Great tool, always perfect for cutting out your fabric. So we are going to be going back for us a little bit later in the show with even more demonstrations. And then if you're back, if you miss us for that, don't worry, because Becky's going to be back at 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. Pacific time for more great deals for you. I love Fridays with you. Always make me chuckle. We will see you back here shortly. Me and Becky are going to sit here now shortly and eat caviar with quail's eggs. We'll see you back shortly.
Quick Buy. All your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's Fabric Cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy. All your crafting must-haves in a flash. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, you know, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafter's Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Yes, welcome back to Crafters TV, brought to you by Crafters Companion. My name's George Akid. It's Friday, yeah. Can you believe it? It's Friday already.
Not only that, but be the 1st of April.
1st of April.
Wow.
April Fool's Day, as always, on the 1st of April. Something that is not an April Fool's is we are brand new showtimes. Starting as of Monday, your wake-up call is just moving back one more hour. 11 a.m. it'll be starting every weekday here in the UK, 6 a.m. East Coast. Then that'll be 3 a.m. Pacific time. 2 hours of brilliant launches, brand new shows, getting you ready for the day, previewing, that's the word I was looking for, of what is coming up for you on Crafters TV. All the other show times are staying at the exact same time, 2 p.m, 9 a.m, 6 a.m, or 6 p.m, 1 p.m, 10 a.m, staying the exact same time, and that's just from Monday to Friday. So it's going to be great. You've asked for it, and we are listening to what you're saying, and we're hopefully giving you what you need and what you want. Something else that's not an April Fool's as well is that if you spend over £25 or $25, 100 bonus points on Club Inspire. That is incredible. I cannot believe it. How much, I mean, I'm speechless. For a change in my life, I'm speechless. 100 bonus points. That's until Sunday, the 3rd of April. Sarah's hit the nail on the head. I can see Ben Mosby with a few waistcoats out of those wonderful fabrics for the Jubilee. I want a couple of those as well if they're going. I'll get Becky. She's never busy. Becky Swan, she's just using having cups of coffee and caviar outside, so she can knock up a couple of waistcoats for us. Not only do we have brand new launches for you in Softer Side of Life, coming up for you today, I forget that Becky can actually hear what exactly every word I'm saying. She just looked at me like I was the world's worst person. Coming up for you on your launch day, 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific time, with the wonderful Craig, and Corinne's going to be here as well today.
She is indeed.
It's going to be a great show. £22.94, $41.70 for our Animals with Attitude. You're going to get those 100 bonus points on this because you're going to get a great collection. What a brilliant collection. I saw this today and I was like, oh my goodness.
So good.
I am going to love it already. It's crafting to that modern level. When we think of crafting, well, you know, when I tell people where I work and what I do, there's a sort of image of crafting. It's
yes.
You know, it's this pattern paper, it's this, but this is that modern crafting. It's the younger, I say younger, older, anybody's going to love this because it's that new kind of level that it's going
it's
down.
Animals. Who doesn't love animals?
Absolutely.
It's a lovely range of different animals, not just your cats and your dogs. It's the animals that you're going to find in the zoos, in the safaris and that. But do you know what? They've all got some attitude.
Yeah. Brap. I've never said that in my life. Great minds drink alike. Even John's looked at me John's looked at me like I'm an old man. Not. You've got your pandas here. Again, you've got the wonderful panda. Not only have you got a panda who is like cool, you got a panda who's dancing, panda drinking a cocktail, and panda sleeping, and the wonderful sentiments that go alongside these.
I love you more than bamboo.
I mean, it's just incredible. Party time, time to boogie. You are pandastic. I don't know how to say it then. A great collection. Then we're moving on to the wonderful zebra. Simply wild about you. Happy birthday, dude. Wild thing. Teenagers are going to absolutely love these.
Yeah.
You're the stripes to my zebra. Or zebra. Simply wild about you. Another great collection. Then the giraffe. I mean, just look how incredible it is. Reach for the sky. Maybe someone's getting a new job. Maybe you are wanting to give that card, which is just a little bit different. The one with the tongue sticking out is just incredible.
Are you having a giraffe?
Are you having a giraffe? But yeah, be brave and stick your neck out. I mean, that is just a great little saying. Reach for the sky. Nothing stopping using these sentiments by themselves.
No, not at all.
Just incredible. Then our wonderful elephants. I mean, these are just adorable. Huge birthday wishes. I mean, I love an elephant. They are one of my favourites. I love you a ton. Worry less, sleep more. I love you a ton. Make a splash, live your best life. Huge birthday wishes. I mean, these are some great sentiments, some great stamps and great collections. Sloth Made On. Look at this. Sloth Mode On. Let's hang out. Who doesn't love a sloth? I love you a sloth. Sloth life. It's the only life we know. Sloth life. I'm lazy but happy. I feel like that sums me up.
I'm going to say something.
Yeah.
I don't know what the appeal is about sloths. I was saying to Johnny the other day, because it's Johnny and Charlotte that are in the gallery later on today, and I was saying to them the other day when we were talking about it, I don't get the appeal. Johnny just about fell off his chair and went, what? I just don't get the appeal of sloths. Apparently there's...
Don't talk to me. Just...
What was that, Erin? Did I see the...
Zootopia?
Yeah, no, I've not seen that.
Great film. Love sloths after that. Can we change? Is anybody else? You think you know a person? Then camel kisses and wishes again. Now camels terrify me. I got headbutted by a camel once. I did. I got headbutted by a camel. I got to go on its back and it like knocked its head back and it blinking early. It went, oh, my head like that with a camel. Camel kisses and wishes. Don't have the hump. It's your birthday. Happier than a camel on hump day. I mean, just lovely. They are very ferocious little things. Flamingos. Never been headbutted by a flamingo. I'll stand by you. A great collection. I mean, getting your inks on these, your pens, your alcohol markers, you can have a great time. Life is all about balance. Stand tall and fabulous. And last but not least, this is a very popular one amongst the team here. You are a llama firm. We love a llama. Have a Glamour Llamas Day. Oh, love that. Happy birthday. You are a llama firm. No problema. You're such a drama llama, Craig.
That one's Nicola. That one's Nicola.
Oh, yeah. You're a brave man. You're a brave man. 25% off on this, on that brand new collection. Already a brand new launch, and we're giving you 25% off. Plus, because you're spending over £25, $25, 100 bonus points on your Club Inspire, Craig.
Absolutely, and you're going to be able to make things such as these. You're going to have the most amount of fun, let me tell you. I cannot wait until launch day. That's going to be a lot of fun. Launch day being 6 o'clock here in the UK, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. So you can do your DLs. We can then do your 5x7. You can then go in and do lots of different styles if you want to as well. But you can then do it. George, I'm going to give
you... give me these cards because they are just brilliant. I mean, just absolutely great collection. I mean, these are just lovely, lovely cards, which I know you guys are going crazy for. The lovely Grace on the socials is going, no, Craig, how can you not like the wonderful sloths? They are so cute. They are, but here you are with your flamingos. We flamingo so well together. Your wonderful stepper card. A brilliant collection using those there. Adding these into your llama collection. I mean, the llama have a glamorous day. Using your embossing inks powders on these. These really are a collection where the hard work has been done for you in the stamps and the sentiments. You can really have some fun just designing them, using your papers. I mean, even making a shaker card out of it.
Absolutely.
Look at that, shaker card. There you are, back on there with the camels. Absolutely, with the little, just look at that, putting a little frame on it. You can really go to town on these and just have a great time. Craig, I mean, the pandas, we just love the pandas, don't we?
They are. The thing is, you can then start to do your apertures and then pop them in. If you got Keith's collection the other day with the foodies, if you get the papers, the paper pads that came with them, then you can then be using them in conjunction with the stamps. They would work an absolute treat as well. But then they are, you know, they're not huge stamps, but they're not teeny tiny, so you could still start to do a little bit of fussy cutting if you want to as well. You've got your tiny little strips there with the zebras, so they are fun. Use a nice selection of them together. Yeah. Maybe you've got, you know, you could create something like a Noah's Ark sort of effect to them with your cards or your projects. So they really are, as I say, it's all about fun. It is the animals, it's the characters. They've got attitude, and boy, they've got lots of it.
Absolutely. 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. All about the launch day with Craig and Corinne. Thank you. That is going to be £29.94, $41.70. Hayley Ralph, cool, blimey, Governor. I think these are some of my favourite ever stamps from Crafters Companion. They're so much fun. I have to agree with you on Hayley. I really think they are some amazing stamps which are just going to take them to that next level. Sarah Kay has just gone, did George say that the show times are changing again? I missed that. Yes, they are. As of As of Monday here in the UK, we're going to be starting Wake Up Call at 11 a.m. here in the UK. 6 a.m. East Coast, 3 a.m. Pacific time. Still 2 hours of Wake Up Call full of previews of everything that is coming up for you over the Crafters TV on Crafters Companion. 2 hours of great shows to get you excited about everything that is coming up on Crafters TV. So we've listened to what you guys said. You've said it. It means that you guys over in the East Coast can get that little bit extra sleep, get your extra cup of tea or maybe a coffee, get some extra brekkie and start your day off with Crafters TV on your Wake Up Call. Something else for you, if you are going to be getting those stamps, which you are going crazy for, the Animals with Attitude, you're going to need to get into your wonderful Spectrum Noir Classic markers. Now, your Classic markers are just... I mean, they are the best in the business, and they really are. The Dual Markers Classics really are... I mean, they're not just even in craft standard industry, they're like pen industry standard, aren't they?
We've got so many more world-renowned artists that are coming across onto the Spectrum Noir. Now, maybe it could be your aqua pens and that, but your classic pens and tri-blend pens, alcohol pens, the best of the best. And these world-renowned artists know that now, and that's why they use our products.
They really do. This price that you're seeing here, 60 pen collection, I'm going to go through everything here. You're going to get the dual marker tips. £78.99, $133.99. You're paying for 4 of the packs. You're getting 1 of the packs absolutely free, which is just incredible. You clear pay instalments at £19.75. Starting off, first of all, with your wonderful floral collection. And again, don't forget as well, you're going to get your Club Inspire Platinum price on this as well at £63.19, $107.19. Maybe it's your first time ever shopping with us. That's the price you're going to pay. Sign up, it's absolutely free. Your floral pens, your floral collection of colours, again, you're getting your fuchsias, your wonderful carnations, aniseed, mango, different colours, hydrangea, lavender, all fitting within that Spectrum Noir family. Your 2 dual tip, you get that wonderful chisel tip and that wonderful fine tip as well. A dual chisel tip allowing you to get great coverage on large areas, and that wonderful fine tip getting great into that detail for you. 1 pen, but with both tips. Perfect. They're your florals. Then you're going to move it into your nature collection. Again, your wonderful greens and earth tones, perfect for addition with your florals, because you have to make those into those wonderful stems and everything like that. Then we'll move it into your pastels. Again, I think pastels have come back into fashion, haven't they?
They're huge at the moment.
Absolutely.
Now, if you look at home decor, you look at colour tones that's running the colour wheel and that, pastels are absolutely on trend at the moment.
And this is going to be that great collection. You're getting the full rainbow in that pastel tone. 12 pens again. Then you're going to get the vintage. So if you are maybe into your your antique-y looking things, your retro colours, again, great collection of colours. Cardinal, yellow ochre, khaki, not khaki. You know when you see, I know what khaki is, but I've never seen it written down before. And you know when you just go, I don't know the word, but obviously that's how it's spelled. I learned something new.
That's chocolate, isn't it?
Cacao powder, yeah. Juniper, vintage blue, a great selection of colours. And this is the ones that you're getting for free, the brights. I mean, really bright colours, again with the dual tips. Reds, the spice, satsuma, sunshine, salad, leaf green, begonia, heather, denim, surf blue, aqua blue, and marine. The full rainbow of the colour. You are getting these absolutely for free. £78.99, $133.99. A brilliant price, and even better than that, that Club Inspire price. £63.19, $107.19. Craig.
Yeah, look at the sort of things that you can be colouring with them as well. So as we showed you with George there, you've got your fine pin nib, you've got your actual chisel nib as well. But then you can go in and do 3-tone blends. However, you can absolutely just do two-tone blends. But on the other hand, if you just want to use them as single coloured pens, you absolutely can do.
Yeah.
You know, we do love to show you and teach you how to do all the blending and shading, but you don't have to when it comes to our classics or any of our pens. If you solely want to use just one colour at a time, lay that colour down and that's all you want to do, you can absolutely do that. These are going to be good if you've got your son, daughter, grandson, daughter, nephew, niece that are at college or university and they're doing art, you know, they're doing design, you know, when they're going to have your top quality colour mediums, why not get them these ones for them to take? But all of these shading, whether it's tone on tone, whether you are just doing blendings, you can absolutely be doing that because they are alcohol based as well. We're actually going to be using them throughout Craft, Chat and Create when it comes to the Lee Holland stamps, and then later on as well we're going to show you some pencils as well, but these ones being the classic pens to start with.
Absolutely. What a great price. And like Craig said, maybe you have got a grandson, niece, nephew, grandchild, Christmas present. It may be only April, but at that price, when these deals come around, you have to snap them up. Oh, what a great price we're paying. Lovely, loads of comments coming in today about those brand new stamps, the animals we added. Margaret Crook, I can see these stamps will be great for a lot of people I know. I love them, something a bit different. That is the key word, bit different. That's coming up for your launch day, 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Craig and Corinne. Right, we are just a few moments away now from Craft, Chat and Create, where we've got some great collections coming up with you. The wonderful Craig and Becky Swan's going to be joining us a little bit later on. We'll see you back here shortly. Yes, welcome back to Crafters TV, brought to you by Crafters Companion. My name's George Akid. Happy Friday. Can you believe it? It's Friday. Not only is it Friday, it's the 1st of April. Where is this year going? It's going blinking fast, isn't it? Really fast indeed. We are here for the next 2 hours or so, getting you ready for your brilliant days of crafting. Now today, for the foreseeable future, will be our last Craft, Chat and Create, because as of Monday we've got brand new show times. We're going back to wake up call only. There are the times for you: 11 a.m. here in the UK, 6 a.m. East Coast, 3 a.m. Pacific time. 2 hours of your wake-up call. You've asked for it, and we've given it you, which means every weekday, Monday to Friday, we're giving you 2 hours of wake-up call, giving you some great sneaky peeks. I can't stop saying sneaky peeks now. Sneaky previews of everything that's coming up for you on Crafters TV throughout that day, including some great demos, some great fun, and then we're keeping the exact same show time throughout the rest of the day. 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. Pacific, and then your evening shows at 6 p.m. UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, and 10 a.m. Pacific time. Guys, the weekend is staying the exact same. This is just from Monday to Friday, so do not worry. We're still going to be here at those brilliant times. There are the show times for the weekend. So tomorrow you can get your Play Your Crafts Right kicking off at 12 p.m. in the UK, 7 a.m. East Coast, 4 a.m. Pacific time. So do not worry, we're not going anywhere. Just giving you more time to get that extra cuppa and a bit more brekkie, because who doesn't like a bit of brekkie, eh? As well, until Sunday the 3rd of April, spend over £25, $25, you're going to get yourself an extra 100 bonus points. There it is for you across the bottom of your screen. If you are part of Club Inspire, maybe you're brand new, maybe you want to get your way through the ranks, maybe you think there's a couple of extra bonus points to get you through to the next level on the Club Inspire journey, then this is going to be the great weekend to do that. You've got until Sunday to grab yourself those extra 100 bonus points on Club Inspire, £25 or $25. Loads of love coming in today. Remember, we've got so much coming up for you today. I'm joined now by the wonderful Craig. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning. You doing okay?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Good. Ready to go for, well, the remainder of Craft, Chat and Create. We are going to be focusing on two incredible products. We have got our, well, they're cut and emboss, but these are really fancy cut and emboss folders here. So we've got the apertures that you can be doing with them. Let's turn that one around. Nice selection of different ones throughout the bundle. However, there's lots of different things that you can be doing with them, like we're going to be showing you just shortly. So these are a few of the ideas that you could be doing, because you can be doing things such as your shaker. Then what we've also got is our Holland stamp collection. Now you've got your stamps and you've got your dies. So within the full collection you've got these big scenes, and then what you can start to do is create a scene, build a scene and build a story using the little characters that you've also got within that full collection as well. So a nice selection of different design stamps, substantial sizes and teeny tiny ones. Talking about teeny tiny ones, some of them have teeny tiny dies, which, do you know what? If you want to see the reveal of a brand new product to the Crafters Companion family, what I'm going to say is have a look. If you want to actually see it, head across onto the Crafters Companion Facebook page, Instagram page, go across onto the social. You're going to see this incredible post with Leanne where she has, well, revealed who's joining the family.
It's a lot more smaller in real life. Anyway, loads of great stuff coming up for you today on Crafty TV. Don't forget as well on Craft Chat and Create, we're going to be chatting to the wonderful Becky Swan, our wonderful craft expert on soft crafting, whose parents are just incredible. I adore her parents because what they've done, because they are so incredible. And we're going to talk about her wonderful, incredible life and her journey growing up and how actually she got involved in crafting. All I'm going to say is prop making. That is it for film and TV. Just you wait. Becky's going to be joining us a little bit later on towards the end of Craft, Chat and Create. So join us for that. Get involved in the show as always. The wonderful Grace is on the socials. She's smiling as always. Get involved with the show. Before we kick something off, I've got a quick question for Craig from Sarah. Craig, when would you use the Classiques over the Illustrator pens? We'll talk about that in Wake Up Call, our wonderful deal on the Classiques. When would you use the Classiques over the Illustrators? So predominantly I use the Classiques because that's my favourite. Them and the Tri-Blends are my favourites. The Illustrators, that's when I tend to use, because it's got a real fine, flexible Japanese nib. That's when, personally, I would use, if you're wanting that texture, you're wanting that fur, you're wanting the foliage, if you're wanting movement within your coloured images, that's when you're going to be using your Illustrator pens. You know, you can still use your Classics for all these techniques, but the best way to get that movement within your coloured images is with the Illustrators to get that flexibility within them. So that's when I would use them. However, predominantly myself, I always go with either the Tri-Blend / Classiques. Absolutely. If you've got any questions, just get involved in the show. Comment below. It's never been easier. Right. Great things coming up for you now on Wake Up Call. The Slimline Cut and Emboss Photo Collection. We've seen it a few times on Crafters TV, but every time it comes out, it is so popular. And it's one of those things that people go, I've got this, I forgot about this. Oh, and people have not seen it before need it in their crafting stash because it's one of those staples which you're going to come back to time and time again. The embossing folders have the cut elements within them. So you can see it here with our wonderful Butterfly Delights. You've got the 3 butterflies already built in with the embossing folder. You can see it there, the wonderful grey elements. There it is for you with all the different dies already in there, which means you've got these wonderful liftable elements within your butterflies. Butterfly Delight. You've also got the flourishing flowers. You've got the incredible spring blooms, interlocking circles, entwined hearts. You've got the interlocking squares, square chevrons, happy hearts, and the pretty polka dots. Now, guys, remember, you can get them 3 for £33 or $38. That's any 3 for £33, $38. Alternatively, smaller bundles are available on the website. You can buy them if you just want the trios that we showed you at the end. You can get that great deal and get yourself a great 35% off. Head to the website, crafterscompanion.com.co.uk.eu. But the best value for money and the best deal is that one you see at screen, about 40% off, £80.94, $91.53. Loads of you getting in touch this morning. Alison saying good morning from Brooklyn, New York. Sarah Brown, hello. George, Craig, and all the CTV crew. And Sandra going, you guys are hysterical. Stop it. What are you on about? We're not funny. Maybe funny looking. Right, Craig, let's get started with our first demo of the day.
Let's do it then, George. This one, we're going to use the Butterfly Delights with this one. And I thought, what we can do is, let's do it into some vellum. Let's do a lovely wrap, but we'll add some pens from our classiques, and we'll add some glitter as well. So this is where, what we're going to do, and I've already taken my vellum. So I've taken a piece that is 5 by 8 1/4, and I've scored at 1 inch. And the reason I've scored at 1 inch is because I've taken a Slimline card here.
Yeah.
Piece of pattern paper over the top, that's all that it is. Slimline/DL card with some pattern paper. And then we're going to go in with my Butterfly Delights here. So with this one being a cut and emboss folder, you don't need to do anything different. It's going to cut and it's going to emboss at the exact same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line that one up within my folder here. I'm going to pop it in, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make sure that it's nice and straight. So then what we can do is we're going to come along, cut and emboss folders, just treat them as if they are a normal embossing folder. So that's 2 cutting plates. That's all that you need. So then we can take them, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to feed that up to our Gemini. They're going to go through your Gemini Junior, they're going to go through the MIDI, the large Gemini, etc., etc. So as these ones come out, what these ones do, such as the butterflies and the florals that are in the set, the wings, the outer elements of the wings pop out, but then what happens is the body stays in place. So if I then take this one away, and then what I'm going to do is let's put a little bit of black card underneath, George, so that you can see. What we can then do is if we lift the wings up, we've got very much like a white work effect, as if you love to do your parchment.
Yep.
So then we can lift the wings up. But then what I'm going to do, let's just open that out to make it a little bit easier for me. I'm going to come in with our classics, the floral set that you were showing just beforehand.
Yeah, love those.
Really, really nice. And because they're alcohol based, it means that they can go on so many materials.
Right.
So I'm going to use the carnation. I'm going to use the hydrangea. And then let's also use, let's go in for the aniseed as well. And then I'm going to start within this larger butterfly, and let's go in with the carnation. And where I've got my embossed data, I'm going to tip that to see if you can see it a bit. There we go, we can just see it there. It's more prominent, you know, when you're face on. But what I'm going to do, into the embossed detail, I'm going to colour. Now I'm just freehand, but I'm following the emboss, and that makes it a little bit easier, because all that you're doing is being guided by the emboss line and taking in either selective parts, or you can go in and colour all the parts like I would do here, but I am simply following the line.
And that's it?
Emboss line, and that is as simple as this is, but when you see the finished result, it's going to look completely phenomenal.
I never think about it into vellum. I just always think with vellum, you think more about layering up maybe, or more about just using it as a little bit of design, but actually to cut and emboss into it, I never think about that.
Yeah,
It's just, vellum is a material which I think is so underrated, and something that we don't use every single day.
Yeah, yeah, you can be doing so many of the different things. It's fine how the classics work in conjunction with these ones, and it's just nice to use the folders in a different way. So all that I am doing is I'm following them. So you could be doing this with some of the other colours that you've got in the set, or of course you can be doing it with, maybe you want to come along with some of your little pigment ink pads and a brush or something, and cherry pick little sections. You can be doing that. And it's a nice way to change up your vellum and your cut and emboss folder. You know, they look lovely with this white work effect. And what you can do as well, if you want even more of a white work, when you're embossing them through the Gemini, add in your metal shim, just to add a wee bit more pressure, and then it really pulls out that white work when it comes to the vellum.
Right.
But we can go in, let's go in now with the hydrangea. And I'm going to do the same within this smaller one. And what I've chosen to do, George, is keep this one lilac, this one pink, and then this one lilac as well. But as I said, if you wanted to mix and match, you can.
Yeah.
And then what we'll do in a moment or two, we're going to take a little glue pen and some glitter, and then we're going to highlight around the edges.
Perfect. Timothy's asking, can you use classics on parchment paper?
Absolutely, you can do, yeah. Because once again, as they're alcohol based, they're going to go on so many surfaces. If you got the Dreamies MDF works yesterday, you can go on with the MDF on with your classics if you want to. You absolutely can do. So yeah, so many different surfaces.
Details across the bottom of your screen for that classic dual marker collection, the 60 pen collection at £78.99, $133.19. $133.19. Remember, you're paying for 4, you're getting one of those sets absolutely free.
That's amazing, isn't it?
It's good, isn't it?
Classic pens that we all use, you know, and I'm going to say there's not a day goes by where I don't use maybe even just a couple of pens. You know, I might not do full blending and shading, but I'll always come along and I'll cherry pick sections for either things like this. Remember, get your gems, get your pearls. I do have a selection of them, all different colours, but you don't necessarily need different coloured gems and pearls. Colour them yourself with your classic pens. Of course, you can colour your ribbons in that as well if you want to. So this is a good thing with your alcohol pens. And with this set that you're getting, you can then, of course, colour and colour coordinate your cards and your projects and your mediums that you're using.
Absolutely. Marsha saying, I love these folders. They're wonderful. They are great, aren't they? The Slimline cut and embossed folders, because the hard work's being done for you in the folder. And that's what I see more and more with the Crafter's Companion products, is how much the hard work's been done. And you can have fun designing and creating. Christine is saying, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Christine. It's great to have you here with us on Craft Chat and Create.
It's nice. It's nice being able to show what we can do here.
Can we appreciate it's April and it's snowing?
I know.
What? Oh, well, it was snowing when I left my house this morning, and I cleared the snow off my car down in Barnsley. It was cold, is what it was. It was cold, and at 6:30 in the morning, you know, my eye was twitching a little bit, going, it's cold.
I was sitting in my back garden last week, sunning myself, and this week I'm sitting in my living room with the heating on.
Yeah.
Because it's freezing.
It's so cold.
It's just dropped dramatically. But then, well, that's our weather for us, isn't it?
I know. And then driving up the A1, I had every weather you could imagine. Sunshine, rain, sleet, snow, thunderstorms. I just had everything this morning.
All of them, isn't it? All of them. You can guarantee you're going to hit them all when you're driving through.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
What was that?
I've got to drive back as well tonight.
You've got to drive back, don't you?
Oh.
You've got to drive back. Now, what I'm doing here, George, is I've just taken a glue pen. It's what's called a quickie glue pen. Okay. I know that these are, you know, they're easily available here in the UK as well as stateside.
Right.
You can use your tacky glue with the little applicator. The only thing is that's going to give you a thicker line than what you actually want.
Yeah.
This is pretty much just like a writing pen.
Right.
And all that you're going to do is, we're going to go around the edges in a moment. So, you know, you can pretty much, I can write my name. Yes, Erin, yes, Erin, yes, Erin. Let's just, if you're thinking, oh, Craig, I like the look of that, just don't email customer services, because I don't know, the ball might be already rolling. That's all I'm saying. So, what we've done here, using it as a pen, now, of course, you can't quite, you can just see that little glimmer, that little shine coming off there. That's sticky, because that's glue. That'll stay sticky until I put something on.
Right.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw around. So wherever I draw, it's then going to, as I say, get tacky. It comes out blue, and then you leave it a moment or two for the blue to dry off. Mm-hmm. It's then clear, and then it stays sticky, as I say.
I'm coming for a closer look. I'm
so I don't know if you can see it in the pet inside there, Nicola. You can see it is blue. Yeah. So it goes on, maybe because I'm on to some vellum. Let's have a look and see. Let's see if...
Sorry, hi. How you doing? You alright? My name's George.
So
Welcome to TV.
Comes out blue to start with, and then it goes clear. Here we go.
We're all in for this. We're all in for this.
Guys, come on, come and have a look.
It's all good.
So yeah, and then now that that's gone clear, that's gone tacky and sticky.
See.
And it will stay tacky and sticky until I sprinkle something on it, which I'm going to do with the glitter.
Bit good that, isn't it?
There you go.
I like that. Simple things.
Simple things. Simple, simple things. And then with that, because of that, I don't need to rush to pop my glitter onto that one. What I can do is I can come around and add some of my glue all the way around.
Yep.
And this is why I wanted to use this and not my glue applicator, because then I'm going to then have a chunkier line, which I don't want.
Yeah.
So I can go all the way around here, like so. I'm going to come in with some of our glitter. This is just the crystal.
Okie doke.
Sprinkle it over the top. I'm going to do it on this one as well. I'm going to tap that on, tap that one on. If I take this one off, and then what we're left with is our glittery outline all the way round. Same with that one there. And then I tell you what, let's do this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the one I've already done, and that's because it's completely dry. Of course, you still need to leave the glue to dry with the glitter, but it really doesn't take long at all. Maybe.
But I see why you're using this, because if you used to use the fine tip applicator, yes, it is fine,
yeah,
but the pen's giving that even more precision.
It is, yeah, it is, for sure. So I'm just going to sprinkle and tap that one on. And then, as I say, that gives us our beautiful outline. Now, I could have gone and coloured in when it comes to our little decoration within the butterfly. This sort of pen that, you know, might not have to wait long for, this is the sort of thing as well. If you have gilding flakes and that, it's going to work with the gilding flakes because it stays sticky.
Yeah.
But then there we go. So we've got our embossed outline. We've then got our colour within the middle, and then we've gone around the edges with some crystal glitter.
Love that.
So what I can then do is, let's bring this one in because the outline's fully dried. So I've got this one. All that I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around my card blank that I've got, and then we're going to wrap some ribbon around it. I'm not putting a sentiment on it because I don't feel it needs it. Not all cards do need them. And all that I've done to attach, I've put a little bit of adhesive tape down the back there, and then all I need to do, George, is just tuck that one in, and then that's going to be it done.
Perfect. So many great ideas. So much love for this. Marsha just saying great for writing, then glittering, and Sarah saying ooh sparkly. Sandra saying, Craig, will this work with the foil we have for sticky transfers?
Yes,
absolutely. Yes, it would. Sarah Cage saying, got one of these glue pens. They are brilliant. They are really good. Again, writing and glittering. If you wanted to do your name a little bit fancy inside, maybe.
You could do.
Perfect. Really simple. But in no time at all, Craig, you know, we say this, if you're not a colourer, if you're not an illustrator, if you don't like doing your colours and pens, let's be honest here, we've highlighted elements within that embossed elements in the folder with one colour, not added any shading, just like stained glass window-esque.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've made a card.
And other than that one matting layer, and using this one I've already done, I done it all in front of your eyes. The only reason I changed to this one is because it was dry. Other than that, we embossed the vellum, we then coloured the vellum, we glittered the vellum, we done it all live, and this is what we're left with.
Really?
If I take that one off, as I say, if you want to add a sentiment, you absolutely can do. But there we go. You've got that one there. So instead of always having to do it in pattern paper or cardstock, which of course you can do, it's nice just to do them in the vellum. And then of course, because they're cut and embossed, it means the wings will also lift up. So let's pull them, and then let's pull them too. And then there we go. our lovely little card using the Butterfly Delights and the classics that are also on Craft Chat and Great.
Absolutely. Mark's just saying, lovely card for girls. It really is. We'll take a close look at these again very, very shortly. Remember, you can buy them individually. You can buy them on the multi-buy, 3 for £33, $38. Smaller bundles are available where you're saving yourself 35%, but the best deal and the best value for money where you're saving yourself 40% is this one you see on screen here, £80, $94, $91 and 53. We've got a great collection for you on your ink pads, on your water reactive ink pads. 10 here, a brilliant price. You're paying for 8, you're getting 2 for free at £38.99, $54.99. You're getting the baby blue, crushed velvet, friar brown, frosty jade, grasshopper, plum jam. You're getting the seal brown, and you're getting the wonderful twilight grey as well. 10 great colours, paying for 8, you're getting 2 for free. Remember your Club Inspire options, and you've also got the options of ClearPay if you are here in the UK at £9.75. Every morning we bring you a morning must-have, 24 hours to grab this great deal, and what a great deal this is for you on your blending collection. Always important when you are using your inks or maybe your different media, free. And like Craig rightfully said, these are pieces of equipment which we sell here at Crafters TV day in, day out, and look at what we're giving you for free. Starting off with your blending tool with a square, so you're going to get the 2 square pads anyway, and you're also going to get 10 refills as well. Perfect if you are investing in that 10 ink pad collection of your water reactives. You're going to have an ink pad, you're going to have a pad for every ink pad. A little Velcro hook and loop dot onto that, about that ink pad. You've got that great collection started. And you're also going to get the blending sponges absolutely free. This is all coming to you absolutely free today at £19.98, $29.90. But you've only got 24 hours in which to grab this amazing deal. Remember, your ClearPay options available. And if it wasn't already good enough for that price for you, you're going to get your Club Inspire discount, which I just think is incredible. You know, it's basically for nothing. I love it. All right, we've also got a great deal for you on these wonderful Slimline cut and embossing folders. Remember, you can buy them in the multi-buy at 3 for £33 or $38, or you can buy them more individually. It's completely up to you. Smaller bundles are available, but that deal that you see on screen, £80.94, $91.53, is 40% off. It's the best value for money. £64.75, $73.22 on your Club Inspire if you're platinum. A great saving. Remember as well, until Sunday, 3rd of April, spend over $25, you're going to get yourself 100 bonus points. You're going to get that today on that incredible price, an extra 100 bonus points. That may be the right amount of points to take you to that next level within your Club Inspire journey, from bronze to silver, silver to gold, gold to platinum. And then if you are getting to that platinum status, look at that price you're paying on this and all your future purchases on Crafters TV. It is incredible. Craig for you. Sandra, questions. Start that again. Craig, question for you from Sandra. Got actually one from Timothy as well. So Timothy's asking, how do you attach the vellum around the card for that Butterfly Delights card that you just showed us? How did you attach the vellum?
Just in the way that I've done it, just a strip of adhesive tape onto the back.
Perfect. And Sandra's asking, yes. Craig, did Crafters Companion do a glue stamping ink pad?
Yes and no. We don't do one. Cosmic Shimmers do one. It's a flake glue, and I was actually just having a look at the moment. It's out of stock at the moment, but it is. If you go onto our website, it's called Cosmic Shimmer. It's 30ml flake and glitter glue. So pop in your email address once it's back in stock. I know we've got Cosmic Shimmer shows coming up very shortly, so hopefully we'll maybe have it back by then. But on the website, pop your email address and it'll alert you when it's back in stock. But yeah, it's called Cosmic Shimmer 30ml flake and glitter glue, and it's the same kind of idea as what the pen I was using. You lay it down and it doesn't dry completely. What it does is it stays tacky. So come on with your glitters, come on with your gilding flakes, all these sorts of things, and you can apply the glue onto your stamps, stamp it, remove the stamp away, and that design is then impressed onto your card, but stays sticky, and you can go over with your gilding flakes, and that's a lovely thing. And I've done a technique, and it's on my Facebook page. I'm going to redo it over the weekend, hopefully, to let you see how you can do that sort of technique.
Absolutely. Remember, guys, if you've got any questions or anything you want to ask, just get involved in the show. Grace is on the socials. Just comment below on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching us, and we will try and do our very best to answer that question for you. And if you can't answer it here, we will find the answer for you. Or if you just want to say hello, it's great to have you. Right, Craig, what are you going to do for us now?
Right, let's use the pretty polka dots, and this is still from our Slimline, and I thought let's go Christmas with this one.
Okay.
I had some elements left over from Sarah's watercolour Christmas, so I thought let's do this. It's a good one to show how you can use it as a shaker if you want. So what I'm going to do is let's go in with our folder here. This one I love because you've got the polka dots, but you've got the lovely circle apertures. So I've gone in with our multi-purpose cardstock, which is 3.5 by 8.25 inches. Sandwich that one in, close it up, and then what we're going to do is use our 2 cutting plates. But remember I was saying in that last demonstration, if you want a little bit more depth with the vellum, add your metal shim, because you can still do this with your cardstock. It's not going to do any damage to the folder. It's not going to do any damage to the die. All that's going to do is slightly increase that pressure because you've got an extra shim.
Yeah.
And the die cut will be perfect as normal, but the emboss will be that little bit more stand out.
Lovely.
So by removing these ones out the way, if we take this one, remove it, we've then got our polka dot. I know it's harder to see on the screen. There we go. We've got our polka dots with our circle apertures. We're then left with 3 circle die cuts. Maybe you want to use them as your sentiment stamp onto, you can do. But then what I'm going to do, George, is I'm going to bring in some frosted jade. This is our water reactive ink pad. I'm using our blending tool. This is from the blending pad that we've got within the show as well, that blending bundle. And then what we can then do is then go in, and I'm going to go around the edges.
Yep.
And what I'm doing is I'm going to go around the edges, but I'm not overly concerned about blending straight into the middle.
Right.
And the reason being is we'll actually end up covering the majority of it anyway, and that is because once I've gone round the edges, I'm going to go round the edges of the aperture.
Okay.
But I'm going to position my blending tool inside.
Lovely.
And then I'm going to then highlight the double emboss line that you get around each circle aperture. And then by doing it this way, we kind of end up covering all the way around.
Right.
So it's a nice way of doing it. Stops you from getting any harsh lines, which is quite hard to get anyway when it comes to our water reactive ink pads, the way that Leanne and the team have formulated them. But of course you could go in with any colours, but you'll see in a moment why I've chosen to go with the frosted jade.
Kathy Lockett, hello Kathy. She goes, Craig, I'm new. What is your name on Facebook, Craig?
My name on Facebook, it's Craig Laird CC. So if you go on there, all of us on Facebook, it's our full name plus CC at the end, and you'll find us pop up. The only exception, I believe, is Leanne. Leanne is just Leanne Chivers, I believe. But other than that, all of us on the team, it's our full name, first and surname, with CC at the end, so therefore I'm Craig Laird CC. Perfect. It's on your screen for you right now, and that goes for Instagram as well. So hopefully that helps.
I'm George Akid CC, if you care.
You are indeed.
Kathy Lockett.
Yep.
Who?
All there.
Who is it? Who? I'm there. There I am.
So there we go. So what we've done is we've then highlighted our polka dots that we can see here. I've got in some acetate. I did have a sneaky bit left from my foiled acetate, but it could be normal acetate, you know, just your heavyweight acetate. And then we're going to sandwich that at the back, and then we're going to put some of our long continuous foam that's on a circle thing all the way around.
I love foam that's on a long continuous circle.
It's good, isn't it?
So good. If only there was a song to celebrate.
If only. You should have seen the foam on that continuous thing that Bibby brought in the other day.
How many?
They were huge.
How big are we talking?
There was 3 great big rolls, yes. John's hand gesture and the size of them.
All I saw is John just do this, just go like that. That's all I was like, what does that mean? I like you going lol, like, LOL.
Yeah.
Or like that way. Would it be that? No, that way. Oh, that hurts. I don't know. I've been off for a week, can you tell? I was in Cornwall on Wednesday.
Oh, were you?
I was at Lizard Point, which is the most southern point of the UK. You can't get any further south. There is, I don't know why it's called Lizard Point. I don't know if it is because of lizards. I think it looks like a lizard's tail.
Right.
But it's the most southern point of the UK. And it sounds really geeky, but for one moment, and for one moment only, I was the furthest person in the UK. I was the most southern person in the UK. Because you can't get any further south on the mainland of the UK. So I'm still... Right? So apparently, Erin's done some research. It comes from Cornish. Liz means place, because it's a language Cornish. And Ard, as in lizard, means high. So there you are. Okay. It is a high place, real on the cliffs. I showed a picture to Erin earlier, and she's like, it is beautiful, that area. It is gorgeous. Yeah, and in fact, one moment only, I was the most... You know when people go, I'm the tallest person in the UK? I was like, I'm technically the most southern person in the UK. It's very...
That's
no,
cool,
don't ruin it for me, Nicola. Don't say, was anybody else slightly further? I made sure of it. And I think it was gorgeous, a little cafe, and it's like the UK's most southern cafe. And a Cornish tea. Now, apparently, because obviously Cornwall and Devon, Cornish tea, you have to put the jam on first, then the cream on your scones. Right. And in Cornwall, you put the cream on first, then the jam. It's a big debate.
I can never remember which one's which.
There was a sign saying, this is how you eat a scone properly. Loads of it. Jose Mitchell is saying, too busy shopping, so late after emptying my basket. Good show, Craig and George.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Kathy said, I found you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Kathy Lockett.
Glad you found us.
And I also saw seals. There were seals in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I was there for work. It wasn't like I was there on a jolly. It was there for work. But a few hours to kill, and I was like, oh, let's do it.
Oh.
Yeah. Lizards and seal. Yeah, beautiful.
Got to see them while you're there. See the seals.
Yeah, apparently you can sometimes see dolphins as well when it's a little bit warmer.
Yeah, we get a lot of seals and dolphins in the River Tay, in Scotland. Yeah, well, you get them quite all over, but yeah, you see lots of them up there. Yeah, it's lovely seeing them.
You can see seals in Hartlepool, can you, Nicola? It's called seal sands, right? And they just chill on the sands.
It's like exactly the same, Nicola, on the River Tay in Dundee, when the sea goes out and you're just left with the sand, kind of like the sand dunes, sand, and you just see the seals just chilling out.
Gorgeous animals.
A lot of them have attitude, like the stamps we've got coming up in launch day.
That was very nicely brought around. I like that. Very good.
They do indeed. But it is nice to see.
And I was saying that earlier to Becky, when you go to the seaside here in the UK, I like to find the tackiest souvenir gift you can possibly find. There was thimbles. I like a good thimble. A shot glass is always a great tacky gift. Yeah. There was like little bells, little, you know, or like the magnets, the fridge magnets that I've made, and they obviously misspelt something along the line. Or actually, I did see, obviously Cornwall, famous for its Cornish pasties. You could buy a lucky Cornish pasty, which was like a little metal charm stamped into a Cornish pasty. Really? And it's your lucky Cornish pasty. I don't know. It's a mythical land, Cornwall.
That's funny, that.
Got its own language as well.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's official.
I believe so.
So with your shake card element here, Craig,
yes,
are you putting shaker elements within each section, or what are you going to do?
No, you can do, and you can do different colours of glitters or micro beads or sequins if you want to. But what I want to do, I want to section it off, but instead of having our, this also originally came within the Watercolour Christmas selection. But yeah, instead of having them in all three sections, I just thought it would be lovely to section them off and only have some within the centre. So what I've done is I've made sure I've kind of pushed them all together so that they don't cross over onto our foam. And then I can position this one over the top, and I've got my matte layer underneath with the cardstock. Pop them into place. So if I press that one in, so we could of course created another feature within these both. We could have come in with maybe, as I say, different colours, or maybe a character peeping out if you wanted to. Yeah. These are going to be absolutely perfect for the animals with attitude stamps, because you could have maybe like the giraffe's head just popping out if you wanted to. So think about the fun you could be having with them. But I thought it was a nice little feature only having a shaker within the middle. You don't always have to have shaker for filling the card, maybe just cherry cherry pick sections, and this is good for that one. And then I'm going to add all these little bits that were originally from the set. But what I've done is I've come in with some of my gems, and then I'm going in with my classic pen. This one is the vintage blue, and it's from the vintage set. And where I was talking about you were being able to then colour in all your gems and embellishments.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go direct in, and I just found that the vintage blue worked well with this mint. We've got a lighter mint here, or teal, and then a bit more of a vintage blue. And all that I need to do is go in, and at first, depending on the colour that you use, you're not going to necessarily see a difference, certainly within this vintage blue. But it's when you then add them to your card or your project, that's when you see the blue start to shine through.
Yeah. Marsha Nelson, think I'll start using my anti-static bag on the acetate that holds the glitter or sequins. Is that worth doing?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The only reason I don't do it is because I always forget to do it. But yeah, absolutely worthwhile doing that.
And what does that do, Craig?
So what it does is your anti-static bag will actually reduce the static on the back of your acetate. So therefore what can happen is you go to lay that down. In actual fact, I know it's harder to see, but a lot of the small bits of glitter have jumped up and attached to the acetate. Now, you give it a shake and it's going to fall off. But if you're trying to position it and then all of that glitter is sucked up, sometimes it can get underneath the foam. So therefore, by just going over the back of the acetate, your anti-static bag, that'll stop your glitter, your sequins, whatever it is, from jumping up, attaching, and therefore getting in the way of your foam, and then therefore that's going to then seep under. So that's what it's good for.
Halfway through that, I said Nicola go, oh, yeah.
So there it's anti-static.
Yeah, got what I meant, the anti-static bag. It's very good.
That is. It is really good. Always good as well before you do some stamping.
Yes.
That's good on, you know, whether it's acetate or whether it is your cardstock or that, when it comes to stamping and heat embossing predominantly, it's really good to use your anti-static bag. But
it really is.
Anything like that, it's always worthwhile doing your anti-static bag. If you don't see me doing it, it's only because I've forgotten.
Vicky saying, morning all, Craig and George sat watching while quilling flowers again.
Oh, lovely.
Very nice.
Very nice indeed. I was doing a bit of quilling last week, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. You forget how therapeutic it can be.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Just getting these little strips and quilling them up, and then using little leftover bits. And then I just trim them with the guillotine, and then you've got your little strips.
That's what we like.
Exactly. There is no such thing as waste when it comes to our card and paper.
No, there isn't.
But pop these ones in. The gems I've got up, these are the ones the other day I was referenced to Bibby. That and I spoke to her yesterday, and she is going to try and get gems in the next time she's here. But this just goes to show you can colour gems and pearls, stuff like that, with your classic pens, including all the ones you get in your craft kits and that. You'll be able to use them.
Yep.
And then what I'm going to do is let's go in. I'm going to go in with my snowman. He can go down here. I'm going to go in with this little present. That then can layer. Let's layer that over. No, let's do it under just slightly. I've got my Merry Christmas, which was all from the set as well. And I thought, I know it's only April, but I thought it's a nice way to show how you can use these for throughout the year as well.
Yeah.
Certainly when it comes to the Christmas, you're able to then use them in conjunction with maybe any of your past Christmas collections that you've got, like this one here. But a little bow, and then that I'm going to position there. That's going to draw the eye in to that one little shaker aperture. And then that is what we're going to... Oh, look.
That's cute.
No,
like
do you know what I've done?
What?
I've done it back to front.
What do you mean?
It opens the wrong way.
April Fools!
We should be able to, hopefully, if we ever take that. Let's see, can we take that? We can take that over south. There we go. So if we turn that around, let's just take up that bit of glue gel. Let's put that one there. Let's put that one there. Let's just wipe off that. Put our snowman here with a present tucked underneath. Let's move that there. Try it again. There we go.
Wow.
There is a little card. So, oh, Merry Christmas. It's like, oh, no. There we go, there. Using our Slimline cut and emboss folder that we can see here.
Lovely, love it. All made possible with these Slimline cut and emboss folders. Let me remind you quickly of the great different designs that you've seen there. Starting off with your Butterfly Delight, loving the butterflies within this. Then you've got your flourishing florals. Again, that liftable element available within there. You can see it here. Again, just beautiful with your petals. Moving over here to your spring blooms, perfect for spring in April. Then you've got the interlocking circles. You've got the interlocking hearts, interlocking squares. Now those 6 are all available as an individual bundle, and you can also buy these 3 as an individual bundle. The square chevrons, the happy hearts, and the pretty polka dots. Each bundle is 35% off. However, you may as well go for that great deal that you see on the screen there, £80.94, $91.53. You're getting all 9 of the designs. You're getting that 40% off and that brilliant price as well. If you are platinum at price as well, £64.75, £64.75, $73.22. Available individual, available on the multi-buy, 3 for £33 or $38, but that price there is the best deal. Right, loads more to get involved in on the show. Sarah said I got the Sharon Callis collection yesterday, making flowers for the first time, and it was such fun. I can see all my cards having these gorgeous flowers on. If you're using the Sharon Callis, you're gonna need some pokey tools.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash. Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set. Quick Buy, get yours now.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hello, yes, welcome back to Crafters TV. Happy Friday. So much great stuff happened already on the show. My name's George Akid. Welcome to the show if you just joined us. And what is technically our last Craft Chat and Create? Yeah, if you missed the news, we've got new show times starting as of Monday for all our shows, Monday to Friday. We're going to be starting a little bit later at 11 AM here in the UK. 2 hours of wake-up call. Here are all the new times for you. At 6 AM East Coast, 3 AM either on your Pacific time. The rest of the times of the day are staying the exact same, but just our morning shows are starting a little bit later, but giving you 2 hours of wake-up call every single morning, meaning we give you some more sneaky peeks of what's coming up, giving you some more time for that extra coffee and maybe an extra slice of toast as well. You've asked for it and we've listened, and this is what we're giving you. So some great times are coming up for you here on Crafters TV. Right, something that is great as well today is our wonderful Lee Holland cute character stamp and die collection. Now this is a brilliant price, £54.90 $72.90 for you guys over on the States. 20%, no, not 20% off on this today. 45%, I'll just choose any number. 45% off on this, just under half price. Your Club Inspired Platinum price as well, £43.92, $58.32 for you today. Some great collections here. Now, with Lee Holland, I mean, you are getting incredible stamps and dies. Tells story. You can really go to town with your imagination and creation. A mixture of background stamps, and then you've got the wonderful elements and the dies working together, so you can build those pictures, build those creations. Let me show you what I mean here. Starting off first of all with our first one, which is of course the beautiful Flowers Boutique. So this stamp here is like a huge stamp. Now I'll go back to front so you can just see the clearer image there. Well, that massive stamp. It's about the size of this packaging as well. So it's a big old stamp. That is the Flowers Boutique. Then you've also got the Village Church. Again, a huge stamp with all the details. Moving over to your tree house. And then, last but not least, within your background stamps is the Woodland Trail. So you've got your background stamps. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means then, with your background stamps, you can add in all your little characters and dies to create some beautiful images, some beautiful stories. So starting off here with your birthday wishes, you've got all the different little elements with the badges, meaning you can really go to town on creating that great story. The fox, the squirrel, and you've got elements which correspond with certain backgrounds, so you can give it that 3D effect. That is there with your birthday wishes. Next up, you have your on your special day. Party time, sorry, family time, which is always party time. And last but not least, spring has sprung. Again, 8 different sets, but all allowing you to mix and match and create some beautiful, beautiful cards, which you can really go to town in. I mean, just for example, so you can see it here. With your little collection here, you've got the wonderful background, that wonderful village church, and then you've got the elements on your special day. So you've got that wonderful mice with the little tiara and the hat on, the bell. You can go to town, and that wonderful sentiment, congratulations, meaning you can create a wonderful scene. £54.90, $72.90, a 45% saving for you. Your Club Inspire options available as well. Loads of you getting involved with the show today. The wonderful Caitlin's on the socials. Sherry on YouTube. Yes, Craig, it's a darling card, but it snowed on and off all day yesterday and last night here in Illinois, in the States. It's 32 degrees Fahrenheit this morning, so snowman and Christmas are not top of my list this morning. That was Craig's wonderful snowman card earlier, which was just beautiful. I really loved it. So much more coming up for you. Get involved in the show. But Craig, we're going to look at these wonderful Lee Holland stamps, aren't we?
We are indeed. These are so much fun because what you've got is you've got options because you've got your characters, but then you've got your backgrounds as well where you can build them up. As you can tell, these are the usable ones that we're away to do. However, if you check out the size of these ones, what I absolutely want you to do is if you want to see the reveal of something brand new joining the Crafters Companion family, please go across to our Crafters Companion Facebook page and, of course, our Instagram page where Leanne has, well, she's launched it across on there. She's told you exactly what's joining the family. It is, I mean, oh, I can't wait to get my hands on it. I've actually, to be honest with you, I booked an appointment with Leanne. I think it's about 25 past 1 I'm going through to Leanne.
Right.
So I can have a little, well, you'll find out what it is. Go across onto the social page. Let us know what you think as well. Get your comments in. The reason being is because lots of these might work very, very well. Just saying. Right, here we go. So let's start by stamping a background first, and then we can then come along with our characters too. And what we're going to do within this one is we're going to be using the Village Church, and then we're also going to be using the On Your Special Day. Someone else loves it too.
He feels like a journey, a giant. It's not a journey, a giant.
It is adorable. Adorable. But what we're going to do within this one, let's use our stamping platform because this is going to be making it very, very easy. We're going to then pop these one on. This is my Nina cardstock that I'm using because we're going to use our Classiques once again to colour them in. Pop them down and we can stamp it out using our Noir Black alcohol proof.
Lovely.
So popping that one in, popping it into place, line up, I believe it is still in stock.
Yes.
Hey. It's just head across onto the website. You'll need to search for it, but just go into the search bar and then just put stamping platforms, and all the ones that we've got in stock will pop up, including this one. So going in with our Noir Black alcohol proof, we're going to then give it a really, really nice coverage. Give it a really easy tap. But then what we can do is, with it being the stamping platform, if I do miss any bits or it's not quite as deep as I want it to be colour-wise with the black, I can go back and reapply the ink, and it's going to go right into the exact same place as I first pressed the image into.
Lovely.
So there we go. So see how there's just a little bit there and a little bit there. Try restamping first without any ink, because if the ink's not on the card, it can only be one place, and that's on the stamp. So before you reapply any more ink, as you can see, that's now perfect, and that's because I just used the remaining ink that was on my stamp. Same with this side here. We've then got perfect impression. So that's that one. And then before I start to do little bits of colouring with this one, George, let's go back in with some more Nina cardstock, and then we're going to use the characters from your special day set.
Absolutely. Timothy on YouTube, is Nina card the best for the classics, or can you get away using the white stamping card?
Nina is the absolute best. You're going to get the perfect blend, the perfect smoothness. You're going to get all of the incredible looks, professional looks that you want when it comes to colouring with alcohol colouring. Nina's your cardstock that you want to go with. If you happen to run out of Nina and you're waiting on some more coming in, to, getting some more through the door, you can be using what's called our white multi-purpose cardstock now. You can use that one, but your Nina is absolutely the best one to use, so get a hold of that one if you can.
Lovely.
So what I'm going to do is I've popped these ones roughly into place, a few of the characters, and then we can go in with the alcohol-proof ink again, and then just take our classics in a moment to colour in.
Perfect. Loads to get in touch. Sarah Kay saying that new thing that we've got for you on the Facebook is she's only a fool wouldn't want that in their life. Carletta on Facebook saying, hi, John. John was here. It's always a great day when John's here. We're going to be having a little chat later on with Becky Swan, who you may know from such works as Softer Side of Life. She's going to be here chatting about her childhood and her family. And when you start talking about it, you are going to be blown away. I know when Erin was talking to Becky about this last week, Erin's little mouth was to the floor. She was so excited, and the stories that she's got for us are just incredible. That's coming for you towards the end of the show today.
Fab. I know she started to tell me just a few stories.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, looking forward to this one.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. So what I'm going to do is actually, let's start off with the greys that I've got, and then taking so this one that I've got, which is from the Nature set, and I'm going to go in with the Brown Grey 5 and the Brown Grey 8. This is to show that you don't necessarily always have to do the three-tone blend. You can be using just two blends if you want to. And then what I'm also doing is putting a piece of cardstock underneath. This is what you want to do with any of your alcohol colouring. So your classics, tri-blends, illustrators. And that's because with the Nina cardstock and the alcohol, it will bleed through. You kind of want that to happen. That's then going to give you a nice basis for you to do your blend and shading onto. But what will happen, if you do it onto a glass mat or your craft mat or that, which is a non-porous surface, the ink's going to sink through and it's going to bounce back up into your cardstock, which you don't want. So put something porous underneath, another piece of cardstock. So therefore, the ink's going to seep through, it's going to seep into your card underneath, and it's going to stay there, and it's not going to go back into your image.
Right.
So we can go in with the lighter one first of all, which is the Brown Grey 5. And I always tend to use the little bullet nib. I don't always tend to use our chisel nib.
Right.
But we can go in, starting with the turret of the church. And I'm only going to do a little bit of this one and then a little bit of the little characters.
Did you call that a turret?
It's a turret, isn't
Steeple.
it? Steeple.
Turret's a castle.
That's a castle, isn't it? Yeah. That's,
Tomato.
Nicola goes, same thing. And Aaron goes, yeah, see, I'm like that as well. Yeah. I was just pleased that I was able to remember it was something like that. You usually just say that pointy thing on a church.
That pointy thing on a church.
So going in only the 2 blends, and I'm going to go in. So I've gone in 3/4 of the way with the lighter tone, which is the brown grey 5, and then I've done a highlight of the darker one to the left-hand side. And then what I'm going to do is go back to the lighter, and then I'm going to blend that out, crossing it over. And if you start to hear that squeaking, don't worry, that's normal. That is then the ink, you know, being layered up onto the card. And then we can go back in. I'm just going to blend these ones out. If I blend that in, and then what we're going to be left with is a nice little shadow towards the left-hand side. I'm going to go back, really start to blend it out. And then already, can you see from up above, we've got that deep tone. I've gone a little bit heavier-handed on purpose towards the very, very tip. So we're getting that shadow. If at this point you're like, I want a wee bit more, you can still go back. You can go in and add more, maybe come in a little bit further, and then blend that one out as well. So we can go in, 2 pens, blending out, and that's going to create even more shading towards the left-hand side.
Lovely. Now you make this look so easy, Craig.
Oh, thank you. It is practice as well, you know. Really done a lot of practicing over, well, really when COVID first hit. That's when I really started to focus on my alcohol colouring with my classiques, that is.
Right.
Started with the tri-blends, and then once I felt like I'd kind of mastered them to the point I was ready to move on, that's when I went and focused more onto my classics.
Great. And it's one of those things, isn't it, where it's just practice, practice, practice.
It
like
is.
anything.
It is, yeah. And don't worry about it. Don't panic about it. Just enjoy it. You will. The more you do it, you will learn, and you'll pick up the little tips. You know, whether it's watching our shows live, going back on our YouTube, you'll see what some of the incredible team do across on social media, on the Spectrum Noir Facebook page, even on Instagram and that as well. Always have a look and see what's out there. Because you need to remember as well, there's so many die-hard, you know, Crafters Companion / Spectrum Noir fans out there that across on their own YouTube and Pinterest and that, they do their own tutorials, they do their own videos, they do their own lives using our products because they love them so much. So follow them and watch and learn from them as well, not just us, you know, and get as much as you can knowledge-wise. Before you know it, you'll be colouring pretty much everything that you want to see.
Absolutely.
So going in, building up. So where I think there would be some shading, I'm going to go in with the darkness. So I'm going to add a little bit here. This is also a good way to show how at the start when I explained about only doing a 2-tone blend and not doing the 3-tone blend that we tend to do when it comes to the classics. So we're going to go in, finish that bit off there, and then we can go back in. Oh, I'm still on the light, so finish that one off there. And then let's go in with our, what we'll go in with now. Let's have a look. Let's go, tell you what, I know what we could do. Let's go in still with the nature. Let's go in with the mocha and then a little bit of cocoa as well.
So when it comes to using classics, when it comes to using alcohol markers, does it matter if you change stroke direction? If you are, you know, you know, like with a pencil, if you change your direction of your strokes, it can change it. But with your alcohol marker, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Usually with alcohol markers, yes, it does. But the formulation of what's in the classics when it comes to the actual inks, then no, you can be very forgiving and going in different ways. I would always recommend, if you ever watch me doing alcohol colouring, like now, see how I'm going in circles, little circles. I'd always recommend going round in little circles. That's where you're going to get no harsh lines, no blemishes. The thing is, you go in straight, you're going to get very few, if not no, lines or blemishes anyway. But it's just something that I've always done, is circle motions, blend the ink out, and then what you can then do is then be confident. It's all about giving you confidence. If you do start to colour in a way that you're going to get lines that you don't like the look of. It's going to knock your confidence. You're going to think, I can't learn this. It's not working for me. So by doing something such as little circular motions, what it's going to stop you from doing is having little harsh lines. Therefore, it's going to look good to your eye, and that's what's important. Right. That's what's going to give you the confidence to think, love the look of that, I'm away to do it again on another image.
Lovely.
And once again, still the two-tone and going in and blending these two out. So what I'll do is I'll just do this tiny bit here, then I'll do one character, and then we can come in and then we can just pop it together.
Lovely. How would you do the grass, Craig?
I'll show you one that's finished, and I'm going to tell you, the one that I'm away to show you in a minute, I am not taking credit for, our Sarah Kay on our design team. I seen a picture of one that she done a couple of weeks ago, and knowing I had this show coming up, I asked her, would you colour in a full one for me? Tell you what, let's do it.
Wow.
So with that one there, so the only difference is the greys. That is Ice Grey 2 and Ice Grey 2 and Ice Grey 4.
Yeah.
But with the greens, so with the greens, this is going in, this is a three-tone blend for this one here. So it's going in with the light, it's going in with the mid, and then going round the edges with the dark, and see how effective that is. So there you go. It's amazing. Brilliant. So, all with classics, alcohol markers.
That's just
Awesome,
incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, that is why I said to her, Sarah, please, will you help me out? And she did. There we go. So let's go in. We've got my little characters as well. Let's do a tiny bit of colouring. When it comes to one of the little characters, let's go in with the vintage, and then we can start to build our scene.
41 Lorraine Passion Blooms _gifts _tags on YouTube. Love that name. 41 Lorraine P Passion Bloom _gifts _tags on YouTube. I love the classics. We'll be investing in some more at some point. I mean, that price you're seeing on screen is an incredible price. You're paying for 4 packs. You're getting the 5th pack absolutely free. 60 different pens, 5 different families of colours, £78.99, $133.99. That is the price you are paying for 60 dual-tipped pens. Just shy of over £1 a pen here in the UK, and what a great price you are paying. If you are not into your colouring, what a great gift for somebody who maybe is into graphic design, maybe they're starting university into the summer, maybe they are doing a course at college or university which needs, you know, that good quality pen, allowing them to be that brilliant artist or designer that they can be. The pens here are going to be the secret to that. Spectrum Noir, brilliant brand that we adore at Crafters Companion and Crafters TV, but it's a brand which is adored around the world because you can see the quality that it gives you in your pens every single time, and you can let the pens do the work. Yes, like Craig said, practice makes perfect. You're going to do the work, you're going to make some amazing creations with these pens. And at that price, it's an investment which is going to allow you to become a better crafter.
Absolutely, and to point out as well, the classic pens are refillable as well.
Right.
So you can buy the pen once, then you can refill them. And then if you do refill them, your refillable tubes, containers, these are also, works really well for doing all your alcohol backgrounds because you've got a little pipette in the bottle. Same with the nibs within the classic pens, these are replaceable as well.
Perfect. So you're buying a tool, isn't it?
You are, yeah, you absolutely are. You're buying it once, and then you just need to fill up with the inks. So all that I've done is I've got my adhesive on the back. I've gone for the blues, and that's just to highlight that deep blue that we've got in the sky. Little 5, I think it's 5.5. Oh no, it's 5 by 5. No, it's not, 5 by 7. Popping it in. And when it comes to these cards, I don't like to do too much to them, George. I know I'm not one for a concept card anyway, but these, I want the image, I want the characters, I want that to be the focus. I don't want the focus to be on the stepper style of the card or flowers all the way around. You absolutely can do, don't get me wrong, but for me, I want the image and I want the characters to be the talking point, to be what everyone looks at. So let's go in with a few foam pads, come in with sentiment if you want, because you do get sentiments within each stamp set too. But all that I'm going to do, just to show you how, I was about to say how quick and simple. The time is the colouring, absolutely. Yeah. I know that. But once you've coloured them in, you know, you could spend an afternoon, you could maybe just colour in quite a few of them if you wanted to, pop them into a little bag, and then what you can then do is come along and make your cards afterwards if you want to. But then come in here, and then there we go. Just having a bit of fun when it comes to the colour. That could be morning, that could be night, that could be spring, that could be summer, winter, fall, entirely up to you by how you start to colour them in.
Absolutely. There is, I love these little mice. They are adorable. I was thinking of names for the mice. What could we call them? Nick and Ernie. Nick, yeah, like that. A great collection. All made possible with a Lee Holland cute character stamp die collection. Now, you've seen that you're paying that price at £54.90, $72.90 for that full collection, 45% off on that. However, maybe you only like a couple of them. Maybe you want to go for a smaller collection. Then we'll start off then with this then for you. The Spring Has Sprung and the Tree House. Now, when we said this earlier, they are about building stories, and they are designed in mind to do that, to work alongside particular stamps. So, for example, the Spring Has Sprung stamp and die collection is designed to work alongside the Tree House. However, you can do whatever you want, but you can buy them as a smaller bundle. So there it is for you at £16.99, $22.95, 30% off on that. Then you've got the family time for you again with the Flower Boutique. The Flower Boutique comes absolutely free. Again, you've got option to build them however you wish. Maybe you just want to dip your toe in the water with this. Maybe you just want to see what they look like. This is the great price. There is a TP because you can build a teepee outside the flower shop, obviously. Absolutely. Then you've also got the birthday wishes. Again, you've got a wonderful garden, woodland footpath. That is coming for you absolutely for free. And the birthday wishes there with all different elements, the bunting, the balloon, all different animals, which you are going to love and adore. And then last but not least, the Village Church on your special day, which Craig's just demonstrated with you there. Again, all the different collections that you can do with these at that brilliant price. £16.99, $22.95, 30% off on these smaller bundles if you wish to have them. Loads you get in touch today. Miriam on YouTube just saying, I love the Craig card, Craig. Sherry Dorbert on YouTube, how sweet, Craig. It really is a great collection. Meave is asking on Facebook, is the sky done before the stamping, Craig?
No, so do the stamping as I showed you, and then colour. So I'll always stamp onto a bigger bit of card like I showed you, colour in. If you want to sketch a pencil line in, you know, so that you can then follow in the line, you can do, but stamp, colour, and then I trim afterwards. So I'll always do the stamping first.
Absolutely. Craig's been using those classic pens. Let me remind you of those brilliant pens. I mean, they are brilliant. The 60 pen collection. 5 different families of colours. You're paying for 4. You're getting 1 absolutely free. You're getting the pastels. You're getting the nature. You're getting the bright. You're getting the florals. And you're also getting the vintage as well. That one of those sets, absolutely free. £78.99, $133.99. Break that down to your clear pay, only for our UK viewers. You're getting that at £19.75, 4 instalments of that. Also, further discounts of your Club Inspire, whatever your status, so your Platinum, 20% off. Look at that price, that is ridiculous. £63.19, $107.19. Adding these into your baskets today means you spend over £25, $25. You get an extra 100 bonus points on that today until Sunday, the 3rd of April. Guys, remember, if you want to get involved in the show, it's never been easy. There's the details about our bonus points. If you want to get involved in the show, comment below. Caitlin's on the socials. Say hello. Tell us where you're watching. Tell us what you're up to do on this April Fool's Day. Our last hour, approaching our last hour of the show on April Fool's Day. Something that's not an April Fool's is our brand new showtime starting on Monday for you, the 4th of April. We are starting at 11 AM in the UK, 6 AM over on the East Coast, and 3 AM Pacific time for 2 hours of your wake-up call every single morning, Monday to Friday. We're giving you 2 hours. So in theory, you're watching the last Craft Chat and Crate, as we're giving you 2 hours of wake-up call previews of what's coming up for you on the day on Crafters TV, including great demonstrations, previews, some some great fun. As always, what you'd expect from Wake Up Call. That is going to be hitting your screens on Monday. I'll be here for the first show on that brand new 2-hour Wake Up Call, 11 a.m. on the UK, 6 a.m. East Coast, 3 a.m. Pacific time, but everything else is staying the exact same for you on the afternoons and the evening. And that's just from Monday to Friday. Don't forget the weekends are staying the exact same, 12 p.m, 3 p.m. in the UK, and 7 p.m. over on your East Coast. There, 8 p.m. here in the UK. There are all your East Coast and Pacific times. John's looking at me like, what are you talking about?
Even I'm thinking, when am I in next week then?
There you are.
Look, am I morning, am I night?
Just take a screenshot for that. Sarah Kay is just saying, how would you colour sky in that last card, Craig? How do you get a smooth coverage with the sky colours?
So with the sky colour, so actually that's a really good question, because then that gives me the opportunity to say, not kind of, I don't want to, oh, what's that word? Whatever the word is.
What is in the air today?
What is in the air today? I did say I predominantly use the bullet nib for the background, for the sky, something that is full. I used the chisel nib when I've done them in the past as well. You get more of a quicker coverage as well, a fuller coverage, but you can still do the blending and that in it as well. What are you looking at me like that for, John? Oh, you're just listening.
John could come and colour with you. He's not. He's busy unwrapping pens, guys. He's unwrapping pens. Right, £54.90, $72.90 for that full collection of the Lee Holland cute stamps. Right, so Craig, what we're going to be doing next for you?
I am looking. How would you colour the sky in it? Thanks, Craig. So I just wanted to see, there was a question that came up there a minute ago. I thought we missed. Anyway, we'll go back, we'll keep an eye on that one. Right, let's go in here and let's have a look at our flower bouquet, and we're also going to be having a look at the family time. So let's go in, 9 o'clock, where did 9 o'clock come from? We're going to go in with our Nina card, and we're going to then do our background. So let's go in with our stamp here. So with the background, this one is the kind of like the family house, and it's got the tree. So if we take this one here, so I'm going to then go and layer. So let's get a hold of the back one. Let's take this one off. Let's take them off into here. Now, if you are going to be using your sparkle pens or your aqua pens, all that you're going to use instead is your waterproof ink pad. But because I'm still going to be using the Classics for this one, still just going to use my alcohol proof. So let's go in, cover it up. Still the Noir Black for this one here. Do check out the website, because we do have other alcohol proof ink pads. We have got Flagstone, we've got Rustic Brown, and we've got a Pebble. So stamping this one, let's give a really good impression with these. So let's press. So if I press all of these ones here.
Becky Swan's here, everybody.
Yeah, she is. She's just coming in. Becky, do you want to come and colour with me? Yeah.
She's not a party pooper like John. Yeah. Turn your mic on, Becky. Get yourself all turned on, ready for colouring.
Oh, she's coming.
She's got a crown on. You can put your ear. Yeah, you got to colour with the crown, the colouring crown.
Oh, she
the
is.
Crown of colour. Ladies and gentlemen, entering the ring.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, thanks.
I like those.
Thank you. I just stamped out myself.
Beautiful.
Yeah, didn't do any drawing. I just stamped them out. So all that I was going to do within this one is I wasn't going to do any. I wasn't going to do any blending or that. I was just going to use them as a single coloured pen. That's all that I was going to do. So I don't know if you want to have a...
I'll do whatever you think is the right thing to do.
So that one is the red. That one is from our brights. So what I was going to do when it comes to the top of the roof, I was going to do every second one with that red one.
Yep.
And then the in-between ones with the cardinal, which is from the vintage. So that's all that I was going to do. And it was to show you how, when it comes to the last demo that we've done, I've done the two-tone blend, but as I were explaining earlier on when myself and George were going over the pen bundle, that if you want to use them as single coloured pens, you absolutely can do. Don't feel as though you have to use them with the 2 or 3 tone blend. You can just use them individually if you want to.
I love how Caitlin's not been here. She's just gone, OMG, that crown. Can you tell me where Becky got that from? You don't just get given crowns, Caitlin, you earn crowns, okay? Becky Swan is a princess.
You're definitely not going to be getting a crown, that's for sure.
Technically, I've pinched it.
Where from?
Where from?
Tori had it, and I've pinched it. You know, because it was sitting on her desk, and a crown needs a head, so I thought I'll pop it on. Yeah, why not? I just think it's what we should all have. We should all have a crown.
You'd be good on one of those royal Netflix shows like The Crown.
Yeah, I'd love to do something like that.
Or Bridgerton.
Bridgerton is really.
But the problem is you haven't got a spoon, have you?
Oh my goodness.
Is it good?
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
I'll show you some videos later.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a great sort of part in the previous episodes or the previous series of Bridgerton, which I've shown to George, and George did a little reenactment of it, didn't you, George?
Oh, don't do that when I watch it then, please, George.
It's the spoon scene.
Yeah, it's a spoon scene.
Okay.
So.
And last week when I had a bit of a sore throat and I was eating my Manuka honey, I know someone's doing well. Then I reenacted it for Becky.
Ah. But yeah, I definitely could see it. Or if there is any other, I don't know, maybe the Queen needs to stand in for the Jubilee. You know? Yeah, she'll be doing a lot, so she maybe needs to stand in. You could be her.
She's going to be exhausted, isn't she?
She's going to be knackered, isn't she? We're going to be knackered celebrating with her.
I know, there's so many things going on.
Don't you worry though, we'll celebrate hard for her.
Have you got any sort of plans for the Jubilee weekend?
Not as of yet.
No?
No,
what have you got planned?
Yeah, what about you?
I haven't got any plans. But
you'll have like a boat race and just
I'm
plan
going
for
to have some kind of party.
Of course.
Absolutely, with some bunting and, you know, cream cakes and that kind of thing.
Definitely, for sure. That's what parties are all about.
This is very therapeutic doing this.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah. I should do this more.
The thing is, when it comes to your going back to the blending, I find very therapeutic. But it's nice to just lay colour down. Really is nice. You're already doing what I would do. I've put the cardstock underneath as well, because although that you're going in with the one colour, you're not necessarily saturating your cardstock, you know, because you saturate your cardstock to get a really good blend, whereas because we're not doing that with just putting that one tone down, still always put in a piece of the cardstock. I would recommend, if I'm not sure if I've got it in stock, Erin, but Tiffany's rotating board. I would highly recommend that for any colouring.
Oh, that's quite handy, because I always find I'm slightly the wrong way, and you end up with ink all over your hand, don't you?
Yeah, so the Tiffany rotating board, so that is, the rotating design board is in stock. Do have a look at that, because very rare or many of you tell you that you need it. Do you know what I mean? You decide on what you need and what you can go for. Whereas I would say if you can reach for the Totally Tiffany rotating board, you can then, of course, do that, because it's going to be a good helping hand for you. But yeah, so that's all that I was going to be doing with this one here, is colouring in just singly. Do you want to do a character?
Yeah, why not?
So I've already stamped these ones out beforehand on Nina as well. So let's...
Oh, they're so...
They are cute, aren't they?
That's so gorgeous,
so
isn't it?
Cute. You could still be using them for Easter as well. No reason why not. Let's go for... Did I have a... Oh, there's a couple of greys. So there.
What is that in the... What is that? Is that a blanket?
That's a blanket.
Right.
Yeah, it's a blanket, that one there.
So this is a grey.
Yeah, so this was just... we need the darker one as well. That one there. So have you blended before?
No.
No, have you not?
I've never blended.
Have you not?
No, so tell me how to.
Right, so what we can do is if we use this bunny rabbit here, if we then just colour in the head of the bunny rabbit with this lighter grey that you've got. So I would start here and I would work my way down, leave maybe just the corner of his cheek white, but yeah, pretty much just lay that colour down, getting that lighter tone first. And what we're just doing is giving it, basically we're priming the cardstock in a way, giving it a base to then go in with a darker shade.
Yeah.
So you could go right up to the top of the head, that's it. Perfect. And then maybe move this line just further down slightly.
This one here?
Yep. Yeah. That's perfect. And then if we go to the darker grey, which that one is brown grey 8, and then what I would do is around the edge on the inside of the bunny rabbit's head, I would just go in with a little line of the darker grey. That's it. And maybe even just make it a little bit thicker. Perfect. Because then if you've got a slightly thicker line, it means we've got a more distinctive line to then blend out. Perfect. And then I would then go back into the lighter one, the bullet nib again, and then just where it crosses over together, you can then blend them out. So whether you do them in that action you're doing or circular actions, whatever you feel, and then you're just going in and you're just letting the alcohol evaporate, and it starts to blend in.
Clever.
And then what I would then just do is then carry on now with the lightest tone and finish off the bunny rabbit's head.
All the way down to
all the way down, yeah. The reason I always leave the white bit to start with is because we've got the darker shade, sorry Becky, and because you've gone over that light shade again, that makes it a little bit darker, and then therefore we're finishing off, which then makes it a little bit lighter. So we end up with, although we've only done a 2-tone blend, it actually works out and looks like that you've done a 3-tone blend when it comes to the alcohol colouring. And then that will just start to evaporate just a little bit more, and then you'll get that nice seamless blend, which you can actually already start to see from up above.
Learn something new every day.
It actually looks like, because of the lines that you've done, it looks like it's got hair as well. Little fringe, little tufty bit, But then what we can do is, again, this one was one, well, I'd done this one beforehand. I actually done it a couple of weeks ago in a demo that I didn't use. You can see with that. So this one I did do little bits of blending in, and then these ones as well. And then because you've got the dies to go with them, all that you're going to do is you're going to then just find the matching die, and then we're going to run these ones through our die cutting machine. We've got the little rabbit, we've got the little, is it raccoon or beaver or badger?
So Craig, would you stamp colour die or stamp die colour?
So what I do personally is I like to die cut first and then stamp, but it's just because I had all these ones pre-done from a demo that I didn't use the other week there. And it's simply because, for me, I just find it easier to die cut first, so then I've got that solid white line, and the contrast against my purple stamping mat. When I come to stamp over the top, for me, it's easier to see the outline of the cardstock to then position. That's what I do. I always say to everyone that's starting off, try both ways. Try stamping and then die cutting the image, and also try die cutting and then stamping the image. See what you find is easier for you. Most people will stamp, colour and die cut, but for me, I just find it easier doing it the opposite way.
They are such cute little images, aren't they?
They are,
really lovely.
They're nice. So even if you start to use them with our nature garden collection, our woodland collection, you could be using these ones, or your twirling characters, or your penny sliders. You could be using them for your penny sliders as well. So cute. Or of course, what about your Easter collections? Use them for them. I'm not going to do these other ones just now, but let's come through. If you are doing them individually, they will go through your small machines. Crafters Companion Facebook page, Instagram page with Leanne, just saying, hashtag just saying. That's going to come out, and then what we can then do is build our scene. I've got all my mats and layers done. We can then come along and, not my first rodeo, Erin, not my first rodeo. You would know if I forgot to catch the plate. It would make a bang and a clatter. I was just about distracted with Becky's crown, I was.
It does stop people from talking, and they just start pointing.
You know what you could do? No, I'm not going to. But then if you wanted to add extra highlights onto your little gems and that, you could use the classics and change the colours of some of them.
Oh, maybe I'll do that to my own. I have to get my own crown.
You
so
do.
I can't keep pinching other people's, can I? You know, it's just wrong.
I know, George needs it back.
Don't you
I
forget
quite
it.
like the idea of being able to use those for colouring everything else in.
And that's the thing you can do. Yeah, you absolutely can do. But as I say, I've got my mats and layers done. I know because you do card making as well, Becky, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you have a choice of adhesive that you like to use?
I like the red tape.
Do you like to use that, do you?
I do like to use that. But I do quite like sort of a kind of tape pen is quite useful, but I like that flexibility of being able to use a liquid glue and being able to move everything around, because sometimes, particularly if you're doing things on a show, you might be doing them at a slightly different angle to the way you would normally be working.
Exactly, yeah.
So perhaps you would have something a little bit closer to you, but because we're doing it for the cameras, you're a little bit further away, so it's sometimes a little bit harder just to get everything in exactly the right place, isn't it?
That's right, yeah, you know, and it's similar to the Gemini when we're die cutting. You know, at home, well, here on the show, I have it either, you know, kind of at the side facing me, or I turn it towards the camera so you guys at home can see it like that. Whereas at home on my craft desk, it's facing that way. Do you know what I mean? We're always doing things a bit different so that you can see it at home. So I get what you mean for sure, yeah. But going in with my mats and layers, and you can see I've put the most smallest slither of black card on the back as well. This is just one of our pattern papers from, I think it's our Celebrate or Celebration 12 by 12 paper pad.
Do you think we could have a competition so we could show you a little snippet of any kind of paper or card that we've ever had, and you'd be able to identify what collection it was?
Do you know something? You could do that, and I would feel quite positive in being able to think, I can envision the paper pad, but I just can't remember the name of it. So I'd be able to envision it, but yeah, the name of it, I don't think
that sounds
so.
like a little bit of a challenge that we have to do, a little bit of a competition that we do.
Could try.
Yeah.
Could try. I'm always up for fun too, right? Have some
That
fun.
looks lovely with that polka dot behind it.
It does, doesn't it? It just pulls out, although it's more of a pastel tone, it still pulls out the deeper tones that are in the middle. And because within each of the stamp set we've got sentiments with them, I thought let's go in. This is still onto our Nina. This is just with our alcohol proof. The most tiniest black matte layer.
It looks very elegant having that tiny little bit of black.
It does, yeah. And we were saying that on Cartload as well last night because, unfortunately, in a good way, the Dreamies actually went home early because all their products had sold out.
Did it?
Yeah, we just had the paper pads. And because both me and Becky love their paper pads, they were more than happy for us to talk about them in a section on Cartload. And I was just showing how their paper pads work really well with a little black matte layer all the way around. And I was explaining then, please don't be scared to use black cardstock. A lot of people think, you know, it's just for, you know.
Sometimes you think it's a bit too harsh.
You do, yeah.
But actually, all it does is give that definition to your card.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't immediately think, oh my goodness, there's black behind all of that. It just makes everything else pop.
And the thing is, you stamp, 9 times out of 10, you stamp with black ink.
Yeah.
You do emboss and powder with black inks. So you do tend to use them quite a lot. So yeah, use it with the mats and layers. But we could put our little picnic there. So let's put the picnic rug there. So we could have the little bunny rabbit in the front garden. We can then go in here. So what I'm going to do with this one, of course, you could use the tape, or I'm just going to use my Call tacky glue. Let's put our little rug here. We've got our little bunny rabbit sitting on the rug.
So cute.
And, you know, so I don't want, I'm not going to use that one, but what we could do is we could have, let's have that just pressed to the side, and then let's go in with a tiny little...
I thought it was like a turkey.
That?
Yeah.
Turkey.
The big turkeys. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like a turkey. You know, like for Thanksgiving, don't you put hats on turkeys or something? What are the little things that you put on the turkey's feet for Thanksgiving?
Those little paper things?
Yeah!
God,
They always have in the cartoons.
those kind of paper things on turkeys and chickens.
I know what I mean, like on cartoons, they always have them.
Beautiful.
Love that, Craig.
I don't know, but you can go to town with the amount of characters you want to build there if you want to. You can have a lot of them there having a picnic if you want to. Sometimes it's nice just having a couple. You've got that option, you've got the backgrounds, you've got the characters, you've got the dies. But although each character set works in conjunction with one of the scene stamps, mix and match them. There's no reason that you can't mix and match them if you want to.
You can indeed. All made possible with the Lee Holland character stamp and die collection. 101 elements. Something that you may get as well. You want me to run the package? Yeah, let's do it. So let me show you exactly what you are getting within the bundle. You're going to be getting all different elements, starting off with the village church for you. There you are with the village church, working really well with on your special day. A great collection to add within that. Then you've got the woodland trail, again, that brilliant background stamp which works alongside the birthday wishes. Nothing stopping you mixing and matching these, using different animals within the different collections. Then you've got the flower boutique, which works perfectly well alongside your, George has put it down somewhere, there it is, there's the one, the wonderful family time. And then you've also got the wonderful background stamp for the tree house, and then you've got the spring has sprung. All available in smaller bundles. However, the best deal and the best price is that one you see on the screen where you're going to get all different 8 sets, £8, 45% off on that at £54.90, $72.90. A great saving. Something which is going to work well with these is what's coming up for you on launch day, 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific time, is the Animals with Attitude. Yes, this brilliant collection which you are loving already. You are going crazy for it. I'm not surprised. And when you see these, you are going to love them. Starting off with your pandas on the Great Minds Drink Alike. Drink, Dance, Sleep, Repeat. I Love You More Than Bamboo. Party Time. The 3 different pandas, really great stamps. A lot of love for these, and you can see why. They are your pandas. Then you've got Simply Wild About You, your zebra or your zebra, and these incredible sentiments. The wild thing, happy birthday, dude. Really, really go to town with these. Then you've got our wonderful giraffe, Reach for the Sky. I love the Be Brave, stick your neck out, adore that. Then you've got the huge birthday wishes with our wonderful elephants. I love you a ton, worry less, sleep more. Sloth mode on. Apparently Craig hates all sloths. Let's hang out, the 3 little sloths. We love the sloths. I love this one. What? Meditating. A great collection, sloth mode on. Happy birthday. Then you've got the gorgeous caramel kisses. Camel kisses. There he is. Happy than a camel on hump day. Cheer up! Not everyone thinks you're old and grumpy. What a great little sentiment that is. Then you've got it here with your I'll stand by you. Your life is all about balance. Stand tall and be fabulous. And last but not least, the you are Lamafern. Again, so many great elements with these, all different sentiments. At £29.94, $41.70. I've just realised 8 different families there. You're paying for 6 of them. You're getting 2 of those sets absolutely free. £29.94, $41.70. Loads of you going crazy for those already today. Loads of you getting in touch. Sherry on YouTube, adorable card, Craig, beautiful colouring. Gilmore on YouTube, hello George, Craig, Becky and Team Social, and Diane saying good morning from Connecticut. Loads more to come up before you on this Craft Chat and Create. We're chatting to Becky a little bit later on, all about her interesting childhood. Honestly, you're in for an absolute treat with those stories. But in the meantime, we'll see you back on the other side of this.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila! An amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend. Quick Buy, get yours now. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's fabric cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle. so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30°, 45°, and 60° angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Yes, hello, welcome back to Crafters TV, brought to you by Crafters Companion. Happy Friday. It's Friday, yeah, all together now, it's Friday. Yeah. Brilliant. Great shows coming up for you today. Don't forget Soft Side Life Help coming up for you at 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. Pacific time with the wonderful Becky Swan, and Corinne's going to be here as well. And then later on this evening, the wonderful Craig's coming back, who's joining us for our wonderful Craft Chat and Create today at 6 p.m, 1 p.m. in the UK, 10 a.m. East Coast, sorry, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific time. All about those brand new animals with attitude, which you guys are going crazy for today. Great deals for you on the colour blend pencils. Back in stock, been out of stock for a while now. They're back here for you at £79.96, $111.84. Let me show you the great collection. Everyone's like, you should have them. I'm like, I did not even think about that. Everyone, I was like, yeah, of course I've got them. Why wouldn't I have them? I just like, yeah, we'll talk about them. Let me show you. That's even better. What a great idea. These are a great collection, which I know you guys love and adore. So many great pencils here. Now, the colour blend pencils are part of the Spectrum Noir family. You know what you're going to be getting with Spectrum Noir. Great colours every single time. Primaries start with all in this wonderful tin for you. I mean, they look... I never want to touch them. I would buy a set just to stroke. Just to... Oh, no, I've broken it. Right, no, just... No, these are not to stroke. Right, I've broken it. Right, there's no John's not in the studio. Don't tell him. I fixed it, all right? Everyone, shut up. Right, I'm going to go on. Grassing me in. There you are with your primaries. Then you've also got your florals. I will just open them, but I will not touch them. Ooh, pretty. Then you've also got your naturals. Again, some great colours. I mean, just what a great selection of colours these are. And then last but not least, you have got your awesome nuance. No, I'm sorry. I was reading the German. I don't know why. Shade and tone. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know why I was trying to read the German. And in German, it's nuance und Farbe. There you are for you. Great collection. At £79.96, $111.84. So, Craig, when it comes to pencils,
yes,
why would we want to be going for these pencils when we can pick a pack of pencils up from the supermarket for a couple of quid? What's the difference between these pencils and the pencils that you find in, in your everyday supermarket?
Yes, good question. They are cheap.
Yeah.
They do the job for the kiddies, if they want to have fun with them. These are all about artist quality here, but what they are at affordable price for us to be able to use at home as well. You're going to get an incredible blend on their own by using a couple of colours. They're the pencils, so you can be using them individually if you want to as well, like I was saying about the Classique pens. But what we do also have on the website as well is we have a blending solution. I did actually check before we came on live that it was in stock, and it is in stock. And that's going to enable you to blend the colours together as well. If you use that to blend, you're going to get a nice, smooth layer of colour. But then what you can start to do is then you can start to colour images with your Classiques, your tri-blends, your illustrators, and then use your colour blend pencils to come on top and then add extra detail. So if you think you do a 3-tone blend with the Classiques, so you've got your 3-tone blend and you think, wow, that looks spectacular, come on top of that with extra highlights with your deep colour blend pencils, and that just takes it completely to another level. Go that far or keep it very simple and colour by blending, which is what we're going to do right now. And what we're going to do within these ones here, so many people say, well, what cardstock do I use? What ink pad do I use? You know, what do I need to use? Think of that as you're going to be colouring with your alcohol pens. And I say that certainly if you're going to be using your blending solution, because your blending solution is alcohol solution. Right. It's what's in your alcohol pens, but that's got colour in it as well. So therefore, if that's the case, you're going to need your alcohol-proof ink pad. You know, you're using your alcohol-proof ink pad for your alcohol markers, so you need your alcohol-proof ink pad for your alcohol blending solution. So we're going to go in, and we're going to use our Nina as well, because we're using alcohol. So I'm going to go in with my stamping platform. I've taken one of the most gorgeous stamps that was from, not the new Knitwick collection, but the one previous, Kindly Wishes. And it is just so that you know, it is the Elegant Roses.
Love that.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it onto my Nina cardstock. I'm going to stamp it like I would do any other stamping, pop it in, and then I'm going to go in with my black alcohol proof. And then what I've taken is I've taken a couple of reds, which are from the Primaries colour blend pencils. Yeah. And I've taken a couple of greens that are from the Naturals. And I'll show you there, or tell you the actual shade in a moment.
Lovely.
So lay it down, press it, get a really good impression. But we can then remove that. I'm just going to go back, finish off the edges here, like so. Let's do this bit here. And then we've got our perfect stamped impression.
So when it comes to pencils, when you are stamping and using your alcohol pens and X, Y, Z, we always make sure we're using the right ink for the image. When it comes to pencils, is that the case, or can you sort of do it with any ink to stamp your image out?
No, because you've got your alcohol proof. So as I was saying with the Classiques, your Classiques, you're going to use your alcohol proof because your Classiques has got alcohol in it. Yeah. If you're using your colour blend pencils with your blending solution, it's alcohol. So if you were to use your watercolour ink pad, it's just going to bleed out. It's not going to work. So think of this, as I say, this is the same liquid that's in your Classiques, your tri-blends, your illustrators. The only difference is it's got colour in it. So therefore, that's when you're going to be using your alcohol-proof ink pad. So with your colour blends, with the blending solution, it's alcohol, Nina, and your alcohol-proof ink pad. So that's how and when you're going to be using those ones. So then what we can do is let's go in with our two reds we've got. So with these ones being from the Primaries, you've got a few different reds. I've gone in with the Flame Red, and I've gone in with the Raspberry Red. What I like to do with my set at home, because these are our studio set, not my set, but what I like to do is on a piece of scrap card or that, I like to just colour back and forwards. I don't want that harsh point to my pencil. I want that nice, smooth, flat edge to it.
Right, okay.
And then what I can do is go in. I'm going to do the same with this one as well. So all that I'm doing is I'm just pressing lightly, just enough, so that I'm starting to flatten the edge of the tip of the pencil. So I'm going to come in with this one here, just enough. Then what I can start to do is I'll start to blend the two of them together without any blending solution, so that we can see. So I'm going to go back into my flat area and then lay the colour down. So what I'm doing is I'm going to treat this as if it is my alcohol pen. I've got a little bit of glitter or something underneath. Yeah, with my alcohol pen. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to lay that lightest colour that I've chosen to use first. So simply by laying it down into here.
Lovely.
And I will then, unlike my alcohol colouring, I will cover the full petal.
Yeah. Sherry on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, George, Dennis the Menace, you're so mischievous. What have I done?
Dennis the Menace.
You're always mischievous.
Well, I haven't done anything today.
Actually, we're not supposed to pronounce it mischievous. We're supposed to pronounce it mischievous, aren't we?
Mischievous.
Mischievous, are we?
Yeah, which I always say mischievous, but mischievous is the right
Mischievous.
word.
But I've not done anything. I've been good. I've been good today. I've not done any pranks.
Not yet.
Why are you, you're getting excited because someone's brought donuts in and you're like, Brent's looking through the, what is happening? Is there something about to happen? Okay, everyone's looking through the windows and Becky's laughing. I am paranoid.
Technically, we can't do any more now in the UK, can we? Because it's after 12. So we can't do any. But see how I've gone in with the raspberry. This is the raspberry, the darker tone that I've gone in. And then I've gone in just to the edges here. So if we've gone in to these bits here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in with the lighter tone and I'm going to cross over. So if you love your alcohol colouring and you feel really comfortable with it, you're going to be able to get these effects, get these looks straight away, because all that you're doing is you're following the same techniques as you would do with your alcohol colouring. So we're blending it in, and that is without any of the blending solution.
Okay.
So what we can do is let's do another one just now. Still only using the same two.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to show how you can get depth.
So Craig, when you are adding layer onto colour, what I always find with pencils is that if you press and press, it becomes shiny. So how do you avoid that shininess from the pencils?
Well, all that you want to do is go lightly.
Right.
So you can continue to build up depth even with this one colour. And what you're doing is you're starting off really, really lightly, and then what you can do is go a little bit more heavy-handed in another area of the petal that's got the shadow, and then you can go a little bit more heavier-handed. You can build up the depth from that one pencil. Very rare will I do a 3-tone blend with the pencils. I will usually do the 2-tone, like I'm doing within this one here. I just find that I get a really nice effect with the 2-tone. And with this bit, into this bit here, that's where it would be darker, of course. But I'm going in with the light, because with light, you can cover it with dark, but dark you can't cover with light.
Yeah.
So I can go in, back in with my raspberry now, and then I'm going to go around the inner elements of the petal, where it would be dark. So we can follow our way all the way round. So work our way. Then I'm going to go into this part of the petal that would be dark, and then I'm going to come down around the fold of the petal as well. And you'll notice it's still predominantly, certainly when it comes to the darker areas, I'll go in circular motions. So going back in, let's add a little bit more depth of colour. So what I can then do is then I can go in and then I can blend these ones in. But say I do this bit and I finish this bit and I think, I want that edges to be a little bit deeper. I can go back in with my deeper colour and still add more depth. So you're not stuck with the colour layer that you've got. All that you need to do is go back. So let's say, as much as I'm happy with that, if I wanted that to be deeper, all that I'm going to do is go back in with my raspberry again. I'm going to be a little bit more heavy-handed, or go back to your pencils and come in with an even darker colour and add that in as well. It's all about options. It's all about options. So if I go in, and then all that I'm going to do once again is blend them ones out. So you can make this as impactful as you want with all of the different shades, then, you know, by all means you can do, but you can still get a really nice effect by only having the 2 shades. So if I tip that up for you to see, so see how we've now got that depth underneath there, but what I want to do is let's blend that out.
I'm just looking at the pencils now. You don't get any repeated colours.
No, you don't. Not at all. No repeats whatsoever. So you'll be able to use, you know, maybe some of the red tones from the primary and then maybe some of the red tones from the natural. They're all different shades, but you're still got that choice of depth because they're all different.
When you're using those, they look like they're really sort of smooth and soft.
They are, yeah.
Because, you know, George, you were talking earlier about, you know, we buy sort of cheaper pencils. Sometimes they can be quite scratchy, can't they?
Yeah.
You don't get anything like that. From looking at this, it seems to be very, very smooth and soft.
Oh, they absolutely are, yeah. Because within the inside there, they're all about the wax base. So therefore, because they're wax based, you know, the wax tends to be smooth anyway. Do you know what? No, it's got that nice glide to it, and that's what you're going to get. You've got them within those protective trays. The trays have even been designed specifically so that they protect your pencils. You know, it's all about protection them. They've got them in the trays. They've got your metal lids, so you're going to be able to keep them.
I was saying all about the wax base. About the wax base. No.
Erin's just asked a really good question, and yes, I do, Erin. Let's see. So we've got, I'm not sure if it's in stock. I am just at the side here, just so you can see. Hello. I'm just getting one of our Spectrum Noir pencil sharpeners. So I'm not sure if these are in stock. If not, they will be back in stock. So what we're going to do with these ones, now what I'm away to show you, you actually should be doing with, it's currently out of stock, pop your email address in, and then once we get them back in stock, you'll get an alert just to let you know. But what I'm away to do, you should actually be doing with all pencils, not just these ones here. But where we've always been taught by popping your pencil in and then turning the pencil, you don't. No. You keep the pencil still, and you turn the sharpener. And then what that does is that stops the friction, and therefore it stops the actual, I think I'm putting it in the wrong one, am I? That stops then the wax base inside from, so moving the sharpener. You can see it's just because the lid keeps popping off and I don't want all the little bits to fall out. So that's going to stop it from breaking all the way through. Because how many times have you bought those, on this occasion, the cheap pencils that you get at store, and then you start to run them through, maybe because you've dropped them or that, because they're not packed properly, they're not held properly. You sharpen them, and because of the friction, it snaps the lead all the way through. Whereas by keeping it still and turning the sharpener, that's what's going to protect the lead. It's going to, in the pencils, it's going to protect the wax base within the middle here, stop it from snapping in these sections.
If you have found a pencil before which has got actually quite a few breaks in it, is there a way of bonding that pencil together with heat? Or?
You could give it a shot with it being the wax base. I wouldn't put anything like direct heat all the way around. Maybe wrap a lukewarm cloth or something around there just to try and get that bond back. Sometimes what you find as well, though, if they've been sitting in their trays in a warm room or something, they tend to bond together again. That's certainly for something that's wax based. You know, it's not going to happen for your, you know, your inexpensive cheap pencils from the supermarket, because that's lead. It's different. It's in the middle there. But yeah, keeping in mind that is your wax base. But the thing is, they come protected in this specific way as well. As long as you keep them looked after, you know, keep them in the trays and that when you're not using them, use them in the trays as that's the protection, and you're going to be good. You're going to be fine when it comes to lasting such a long time. And don't throw them down on the desk. You know, just gently place them down. But then what we could do now is let's go in with our, said that was the nature, didn't I? Naturals. So I've gone in with the Shamrock and the Amazon Green. So this time I could do exactly what I've done within the reds, but this time let's use the blending solution. So I'm going to go in, once again, let's go in, and I'm just going to flatten the edge of my pencil slightly, just so I can get a nice smooth coverage. So do it with both of them. And then the one thing as well that we do have that are out of stock at the moment is our little pencil stubs. You might have a few spare from Sandra Rushton. It's the same sort of stumps, so you could be using them. But let's go in with the lighter. So there's a pack of 12. Was that Sandra Rushton? Was it Erin?
Yeah.
So the Santangle Tortillons are in stock, so you could use them until ours come in back in stock.
Do you know what I'm talking about tortillas? Did you know that back in the day, you could use bread as an eraser?
Bread as an eraser?
Just for ordinary graphite pencils?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or blue tack.
Really?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
no.
bread. I remember watching
Because if you use like charcoal and you'd get like a putty rubber, which would effectively sort of lift it off. So you could use a little bit with those kind of graphite pencils. I think you can use things that are a little bit sticky that will lift things off.
Yeah, bread. I remember watching something. They used bread as a rubber, as an eraser.
No, I've never heard of that before.
You don't want to mix it up with your lunch, do you?
Definitely don't, no.
Obviously not. I mean, only a fool would do that. Marcella is on. She's saying good morning, everyone, from Facebook.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning from Felicia in Ohio. And Sherry on YouTube. Sherry was just going to suggest the correct sharpening of the pencil. Thank you, Craig. This changed my sharpening, and I didn't lose half the lead before getting a point anymore.
Perfect. Glad that we're able to help where we can for you. So what I've done now is similar to what I've done with the red. I've laid down the light and then I've gone in with the dark where I want it to be dark. Now we could go and blend it out, but what you're then going to do is if we go in with the little stumps or the tortillon that you've got, and then all I'm doing is literally just popping the tip into my blending solution here, and then all that I'm going to do is I'm going to just start to blend it out.
Oh, wow.
And then instantly you see that blend.
I've never seen this before, Craig.
You get an even more smoother coverage.
Yeah.
You're getting that depth in with the veins of the petals. You're still getting that lightness. You're still getting the lightness within the individual elements of the veins. But what you're getting is you're getting the blend and you're getting that absolute smooth finish. So if you have tried it this way, and you still find that you're getting little lines, little scratch lines, I would say if you're getting scratch lines, it's because you're colouring in with a too sharper tip. So just start to, not file it down, but colour it down. But if you're still having issues, then I promise you that the blending solution will rectify that, because it's then going to smooth it out. So all you need to do is lay down the light, pop the dark where you want it to go, and then blend it out. So I'm going to do that again. Let's go in with the light. So tell you what, let's do it really quick, really scratchy. So,
because I want to see, because I think this is such a great technique, isn't it? And I forget every single time blending solution. I forget all the great little additions out there.
And that's it. Just with it being wax base, breaks it down, blends it out. So let's very quickly.
Only using such a tiny amount.
Exactly, I know.
A long time, isn't
it?
it?
And I can still go and use what's still remaining on my my ticket, my tortillon stump now. So we can go in and then blend that out.
So good. The price there for your blending solution across the bottom of your screen, £5.99 a bottle, $8.49. A great investment. And like the wonderful Becky said, you're only using a small amount. It's going to last you blinking ages.
Loads and loads and loads. And then what you can still do is you love to do all your alcohol techniques with your refills from your Spectrum Noir and that. You can start to use that as well. But by going in, and then if you wanted to, you could still go in with a wee bit more darkness if you wanted to, into the middle, lay it down. Then I'm going to just pop in just a tiny wee bit more, blend it out, and then you get what could look easily like an alcohol coloured image. But then what we could still do is let's go back in with this one now that we finished off, and then we can go in, and where I've got my highlights, I can come along and I can continue to add little highlights.
Oh, nice.
So we're now, if you're doing a three-tone blend, you've got that three-tone blend, but now we're coming in with extra dimension. So we're going in, and all that I would quite literally do is very, very fine line around the edge, all the way around the edge here to finish it off.
Sorry to interrupt. You know, with the colours, we've got names for the colours, etc. Do the colours within the pencils match alongside the name-wise, match alongside the Spectrum Noir?
No.
Okay.
All the colour blend pencils have got their own separate names, so the colours don't. You know, many of the colours will match the alcohol range we've got, but by name and actual specific shade, no, they're not there to match. you can do that at home if you want. But just by even adding that tiny, tiny little shadow just to the lighter parts of the red. So all that I've done there with that was the raspberry, and I've gone right in at the edges, all the way down. Pulls it out ever so slightly, but then if we go back into this one, blending them out just on their own, no blending solution, or then going in and then using the blending solution to blend out. You've got depth, you've got that fullness to it, you've got the roundness to it, and you've got the ease of colouring and shading and then blending.
Absolutely brilliant, Craig. Absolutely adored that. That Colour Blend 96 pencil collection. Remember, you are getting 4 sets of the pencils, 4 different families, starting off with your shade and tone. You're also going to be getting as well your naturals, your florals, and the primaries. Like Craig said, the tins have been designed to look after all those pencils there for you. There they are, again, a great collection, all looked after in that case, all designed and with protection. Brilliant price, £79.96, $111.84, about a 25% saving there. So in theory, you're getting one of the sets absolutely free, near enough. A great collection and a great saving for you today. Near enough one set absolutely free. Let's do a vote for demo of the show before we talk to the wonderful Becky Swan, who sat on the sofa with her yum-yums and with her crown. Craig, what amazing cards have you got for us? You've done some amazing demos.
George. So we've got the first 2. So start off with number 1. That was with our cut and emboss folder. Number 1 with the vellum and classiques. Then we went number 2 with our circle aperture, and we went Christmassy with it. Then going into our Lee Holland, so number 3 was with the church scene, and then number 4 we've got here was the one that Becky gave me a helping hand to create our little scene with them sitting in the picnic table, or picnic rug outside the house there. So 1, 2, 3 or 4.
Perfect, guys. Loads of time to get your votes in on that. Caitlin will be totting the votes up. Guys, we have got a great chat coming with Becky Swan sat on the sofa with a tiara. That's right. But do you know what we need on a Friday? We need a sing-song, don't we? Yeah, everyone ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Ben Mosby.
Pokey tools and paper pads, gilding, wax and stamping mats, scissors, glitter, builder blocks, faux snow fabric, rocker blocks, Brias, misters, quilting clips, and die brush tools, precision snips, finger daubers, acetates, stencils, glue guns and templates, Gemini Pro, Julia and the OG, Gemini Go, Mini and the MIDI, tri-blend brush pens, aqua pens and aqua blends, illustrators, classics and tri-blends and color blends and glitter pens and sparkle pens, outliner pens. Fine tip glue applicators, envelopers, creators, stamping platforms, boxer boards, a bit score and scoreboard, Nina card and craft card, glitter card, matte black card, graphics, wadding and adhesive sheets, glass mats, guillotines and pen trays, ball tool, dice and zinc trays, mitre tools and binding tools and toe bugs, USBs, bone folders and punches, low-tack tape, paint brushes, stamens, mountboard, flower forming foam, outline markers, DVDs, spell quick Triton pads and CDs, gilding flakes and washi tape, tacky glue, red liner tape, craft and sport press, sparkle pots, Centura pan and sticky dots, pigment ink pads, chunky glue, body bags, all-purpose glue, embossing folders, blending tools, storage folders, much more too. Water reactive ink pads, body bags, craft magnets, year of craft and glue, stick and spray and stick away, dotty tape and split pens, acrylic paint pens, tape pens, watercolor card, rotary cutters, magazines and stamping card, ultimate Pro and the rotating design board, ultimate first compendium, Sarah signature collections, and don't forget discovery kits. Oh, and there's foam pads, think that's it. One final thing, foam on a roll, foam on a roll.
The crafty can-can. Isn't that good? Isn't that good on a Friday?
Good one. I love that.
I love that. My favourite bit is watching Adam take his hood off at the end of the green screen, and just every time I think he's going to struggle, but he doesn't. Welcome back to Crafters TV, Craft Chat and Create with me, George Akid, Craig Laird and Becky Swan. About 10 minutes left on this wonderful Friday. So, this is exciting, because last week, Becky Swan was talking to Erin, and I already knew some of these stories already, but Becky, you've had an interesting, I mean, you grew up in a very interesting place, which, let's be honest, was surrounded by crafting your entire life.
Yeah. When you say I've had a really interesting life, it makes it sound like I'm really old.
It does, actually.
It sounds like it's like, no, this is your life kind of programme. But yeah, my parents were prop and costume designers at Shepperton Studios. So I basically grew up at the studios as a child. So I spent all my sort of childhood sort of surrounded by glitter and sequins and, you know, sort of actors coming in for fittings and things like that. So yeah, it was a really exciting place to grow up.
And I mean, you've got to tell us some story, but you've got some pictures here. So what is this picture? What tells the history behind it? What is it? Everything that we need to know.
So this is actually our studio at home,
right.
Not at Shepperton. So this is a costume that my mum made for an exhibition. So she would often made lots of military costumes for bits and pieces. So this would have been, is that a French Revolution kind of costume? I think this was when she was doing an exhibition about Marie Antoinette. So these are all made, and as a kid, as a teenager, I used to get tasked with travelling into London before the internet, obviously. So you'd have to sort of try and find military buttons and things like that. So I'd be trawling around all of these stores looking for particular, copies of photographs and things like that, which was really quite exciting. Or I'd be sent out to go and buy a particular type of lace, all bits and pieces, sort of colours of fabric and that kind of thing. So it was a really quite exciting time. And I suppose that's where, sort of my love for crafting came, because it was just something we did.
Yeah.
There was always glue and always sewing machines, and lots of bubble wrap all surrounding the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's the back of it. Here's the front of it, and you can see it's a wax model there.
Reminds me of, is it Garçon in Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, I think it was that sort of time, isn't it? It's that kind of sort of breeches, not breeches, breeches in your long boots, that kind of thing. Yeah.
So this next one, I mean, you were telling me about your dad.
Yeah.
And this is incredible. This is beautiful.
Yeah. So this is actually a Miss World throne. So this is from, I think we worked out 1986, which is when Halle Berry was a runner-up in Miss World, which I didn't realise.
We didn't realise, did we?
Quite surprised about that. So my dad made all of the Miss World thrones, and every year they were different. I think as they got into the sort of 90s, they tended to reuse them. But yeah, this was fantastic. I love this one because it's just so regal, isn't it? It's fantastic.
I love how you say that with the crown on your head. So, didn't you say that your dad made one for you as a child?
He made me a replica one as a child.
Perfect.
But yeah, I often got little bits and pieces that come off props that he'd made. So maybe there might be some gems. There was one Miss World throne where they had these huge gems like the size of my hand, and he bought one home for me. And as a sort of a 6 or 7 year old, that's really exciting. It's like, I've got the biggest diamond in the world.
Yeah.
No one needs to know it's made out of plastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, those kind of things are really quite cool.
Perfect. So we've got tankards and kind of like old.
Yeah, and these are actually made out of wood initially.
No way.
Wood initially, and then they were cast. So my dad would make the wood models. But these were actually used for Hamlet, and then there was a film. I think it was Hamlet. There was a film about Hamlet, and the same year they did the film for Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and they used the same props in both of the shows. So these are the same kind of tankards and things that they would have had in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Perfect. So then I'm going to instruments, so medievally kind of instruments here.
Actually, they're not. They're toys. They're wooden toys.
No.
And they're from Santa Claus the movie.
No way.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. So I've got a few more of those. I'll show you those later. But yeah, my dad made all the wooden toys. So back in that Santa Claus the movie, all of the toys in that were wooden.
Like the original one with Dudley Moore and that.
Yeah. So they made all of the sort of wooden toys for that. So that's from Santa Claus the movie.
Oh, wow. So these, I think, hang on, what are these from now?
So these, one of them is a real computer, and the other two are replicas. So it's impossible. So these would have been like old, like 1960s kind of computers. But yeah, my dad was amazing at copying something. He could just have a look at it, do a couple of little drawings, and he could replicate anything for you. So you really cannot tell which one is the real one.
No, you can't.
No.
No idea.
I don't want to place a bet.
No.
Not only could he make replicas, You can make a massive things. The Beetle is a real Beetle. That's not a replica, is it?
No.
I'm going to say, this is what you can tell me, but the Walkman, oh my goodness.
Yeah, so they would have done props like this for all sorts of different shows. You know, a lot of Saturday night entertainment kind of shows. They would have done these kind of things for. So yeah, my dad would make really huge things and also really, really tiny things as well. But yeah, I mean, Walkman, I think I showed that to my children and they were like, what on earth is that? Yeah, because they've never seen one. I think I don't even know if they're talking about the Beetle or the Walkman, one or the other.
And then these glasses, I mean, these are so brilliant. Where, who, why, what, when?
Could you not guess who they belong to?
Elton John?
No, close.
Dame Edna?
Yes, Dame Edna. So Dame Edna Everidge.
Hello,
so they made a lot of her costumes and these kinds of things. So yeah, these were an example of some of the glasses that they would make for her shows.
I love how he went, who is Elton John? No, it had to either be Elton John or
Dame Edna.
Or Dame Edna.
Yeah.
And then again, we've gone to the costume, but again, back to the props. I mean, to scale, you can see how big those scissors are.
Yeah, they're huge. And so those kind of things, these kind of like large props and tiny props were really, they always use them in game shows and like Saturday night, you know, like Saturday night takeaway type shows. So they'd make things like that. But yeah, my dad was really, really clever, and it was. I remember my mum saying he can make you anything, doesn't matter what it would be, he could replicate that for you. Absolutely,
Becky, so incredible. Have you got anything now at home that you keep that maybe?
Not really. I think sort of time's moved on. I've got a few bits and pieces. I've got mostly sort of photographs of costumes and things like that, and a lot of it is memories. You know, you can't. And back then, you know, we're talking about the 80s, which was really my sort of parents' sort of heyday. Even keeping hold of photographs from 30, 40 years ago is difficult anyway. But also people weren't taking as many photographs. They weren't as skilled as taking pictures. So a lot of the pictures are quite blurred. You know, you'd have to send them away to get them produced. So sometimes they didn't come out, which is a real shame because they would have had some really fantastic costumes and props, which we don't have much of a record for.
No. And didn't you say last week, because we're rapidly running out of time, didn't you make an Ewok bag for Star Wars when you were a child?
Yeah, so they were making Ewok bags and they wanted them to look like, you know, quite rubbishy, but you know, sort of like they'd been made in a forest by little bears. So I was asked to make one. So there is in the show, in the film, there is one of the bags I made, the Ewok bag.
And my first conversation with Becky, as many of you know, I present Sooty. Her parents used to make the puppets.
God.
It's so crazy. Loads of you loving this. Sherry on YouTube, this is astounding. Thank you for sharing your pictures. Miriam, wow, I love Becky's background story. And loads of people getting involved. Becky, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right, let's have a chat about our winning card demo of the show. Well, number 1 was close behind, but number 4 is the winner, Craig.
Joint effort.
Joint effort.
Joint effort.
Yes.
You may get that star on the board this week.
You
Becky.
might do.
Oh, I'd love a star on the board.
Yeah, we need to get your star on the board.
I might just draw one on there when no one's looking.
Make it out of fabric. Guys, we have got loads more coming up for you today on Craft Chat and Create, on Crafters TV. Loads of great shows. Soft Side Live back in an hour. Myself and Becky at 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. Pacific time. Becky, what we've got coming up?
We've got Jubilee fabric. I've got a real Jubilee theme with everything that we're going to be doing today. So we've got some bunting and I've also got a vintage apron going to be making.
Lovely. The Crown may give that away. And then coming up for you tonight is your launch day of those brand new Animals Attitude stamps. 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Corin's going to be here with Craig.
Absolutely, yeah. Cannot wait for these ones here as well. Still time to head across to my Facebook page and any pictures you've got of any of your animals or just any animals that you've taken photos of that have got attitude, send them on my Facebook page. All the info's there.
Perfect. We'll see you back here in an hour for Soft Side. In the meantime, have a good afternoon. See you later.
Toodles.